2 ticks. I'll just have a look. Sorry, mate. Yeah, she'll be coming up. She'll be right. Good day. Thanks for that. Cheers. Yeah, good on you, mate. Thanks for that.
I mean, they've got what subs, right? Yeah. Just throwing out whatever words they want to say. She gone up yet? She gone up yet?
Yeah, but the graphics.
Switch it around.
Yep.
Yeah, no graphics. How's the stream looking? I've just unplugged and plugged back in. We got visual? Excellent. Yeah, go for it.
Hello and good afternoon and welcome here to Graham Road for the latest coverage of the Victorian Football League competition. My name's Chris. It's a great pleasure being in your company this afternoon, wherever you may be watching around the country. I know we've got loads of people already tuning in on YouTube, which is great. We've got a big battle here between 16th and 17th in the competition. We've got the Aspley Hornets sitting in 16th, and we've got the Sandringham Zebras sitting in 17th position. And an exciting game we've got coming up for you. It'll give us a chance to go through the umpires, which we'll get the opportunity to do. We've got a number of Victorians coming up and being a part of this massive contest here in perfect conditions here at Graham Road in southeast Queensland. And we don't have any, we'll be looking forward to giving you as much colour and excitement as possible. So the umpires today in the field, we've got Sam Wheaton in the number 4. Then we've got Joel Clamp and Martin Roger. On the boundary, we've got Ashley Hawkes and Sam Beer from Victoria and Maddie Lum. And on the goals, we've got Kane Miller and Belinda Stewart. So we're getting ready to prepare for this blockbuster contest here between two sides looking to try and make their mark as they look to try and climb up the ladder now with some good work done there by Dunstan. Dunstan here for the Zebras up towards half forward. He finds Mason Wood. Mason Wood here for the Zebras. Could they get one on the board early? He misses the light, gets out of bounds on the full. It'll be a free kick to the Hornets into the left back pocket. So the Hornets now coming off on the back of a disappointing loss last weekend to the Sharks, who have been absolutely remarkable in their start to the season. Mark here by Jack McHale. McHale here for the Zebras. Inside the forward 50, flying across the front of the pack. And it's a strong mark taken there by Goy Locke, who's kicked 3 goals on the board this year. And he's been in tremendous touch to start the game. So, Goy Locke for the Zebras. To open up the account here for the Zebras at 1 minute and 15 gone. He leaves it out to the left and it stays left. So Goy Locke already on the board. And the Zebras kicking into the wind, that the end of the ground that generally gets a fair bit of wind. So we're seeing most of the wind coming to the left of your screen. That's the goal scoring end here as the Hornets try and pick it up nicely here through Stackelberg. He's taken out of bounds. We'll see a boundary throw in, centre wing, commentary side. Got the best spot in the house with you. Here on Saturday afternoon, VFL football. Had the pleasure of being in your company last night at Southport with Riley Starray, I should say. There's Paul Hunter in the ruck here for the Zebras, going toe-to-toe. Though with Jamie Ivers, it comes out now to Dunstan. Dunstan here for the Zebras, pierces the ball inside the forward 50. Drop mark there from Dawson. Ball goes out now towards Eagles here. Eagles a dribbling kick out towards Corey Lyons, and the ball bounces inside the field of play. So we'll see a boundary throw in at Sandringham, one behind, leading the Hornets. Yet to score, 2.5 minutes gone. VFL football here. Aspley Hornets, home ground, bathed in sunshine. A good afternoon to our Victoria viewers who are tuning in today. Some of the Saints fans as well. They've got a big game on tonight. They're against the Bulldogs as Dunstan is racking up, getting plenty of the ball. He puts the ball up and under, up towards centre half forward. Strong mark taken. Taken there by Mason Wood. So Mason Wood, the left footer, joined the Saints in the off-season. And he'll need to aim to the right and watch it curl around to the left. He elects to go short. It was a dangerous pass, but he was able to execute it. And he spots up Dunstan again, who's knocked up getting plenty of the footy already. Luke Dunstan, he is a ball magnet. And when he gets going, he's very, very hard to stop. He's already got a number of touches already in the midfield. And he's looking forward to adding the first goal on the board as we 3 3/4 minutes gone here in this first term. So another left footer, aim for the right and watch it curl around to the left. It's curling around nicely. It's straight through the middle. And Dunstan and the Zebras are on the board. And they're running away with this one earlier on. They're 1-1-7 to yet to score. Hornets yet to score. And just a quick around the grounds in the VFL. It's nearing 3/4 time over at the Gabba, and it's Richmond 17-9, 111 to 7-5, 47. And the Giants 8-5, 53 at halftime, leading Port Melbourne 6-4, 40. So we'll keep you up to date with those scores as this game progresses. So we're coming up later today. We've got the big game at Windy Hill between the Bombers and North Melbourne. But here, it's the Zebras off to the dream start now as rucks go up. Ball comes out now to Dunstan. Bobbles around in front of him there. And Tom Templeton gets in to intervene there for the Hornets. And we'll see a ball up just forward of centre for the Zebras, who are doing all the attacking so far in the early stages. 4 inside 50 so far. So here come the Hornets, wrapped up beautifully there. Goy Locke, who's been in the heart of it earlier on. So there's our man, Sammy Wheaton there. Local umpire here in the QAFL. Had a promising start to his 2021 campaign as the ball goes up towards half forward. Ball hits the deck. Eagles comes in, but the whistle's been blown and a free kick will go off the back of the pack. It'll go to number 24, Liam Dawson from centre half back. So Dawson kicks the ball along the commentary wing. It's a 2-on-2 contest. Big fly, big mark, and he was committed earlier on. Is Johnny Freeman. Long way up from goals. A likely type here for the Hornets. Puts the ball up towards right half forward now. Players go up. Strong mark taken there by Nick Caulfield. So Caulfield for the Zebras. Saint. A few of them on the list. A big kick along the boundary line. Goes out of bounds on the full. And a free kick will go, I think, to Dawson. Man of the mark there is Chris Carey. Sparing the ball up towards the corridor. So Tom Templeton spears the ball up towards half forward. He turns the ball over. And there's Caulfield again of the Nick variety. He's getting plenty of it. Handball over the top now to Dan Caulfield. So it's good to see the Caulfields align themselves early. Ball out towards half back. As the Zebras lead this one, 1-1-7 to the Hornets. Yet to score. Nearly 7 minutes gone here. First term VFL football. Graham Road action. Great to be in your company here. Ball dished out now. The Zebras the Hornets with some numbers. Will Gowers up towards centre half forward. Finds a target that he likes. And I think that might be the form of Johnny Freeman. So it isn't. It's Connor Stackelberg. who's kicked 9 goals on the board this year. The wind sort of picking up just a little bit. Perfect conditions up here, so it's great to see Victorians flock up here in the masses across the weekend, getting a chance to see some AFL football and VFL football, and maybe a chance to see Stackelberg, who runs around. It's a floating kick inside the forward 50. Comes off hand, and it'll be a rush behind. So 7.5 minutes gone. Hornets on the board. They're one behind. Trailing Sandringham 1-1-7. Short kick in board. Dangerous kick. And he turns the ball over. And it'll be a chance here for Connor Stackelberg, who had a shot about 20 metres further out. And he'll be in within range, although his kick before wasn't overly convincing. But let's see if he has an opportunity here to return the favour and get his team on the board with a 6-pointer and level the scores as we hit the 8-minute mark here. Rock's back. Rock's good. It's a goal. And Connor Stackelberg, that's his 10th goal of the year. And the Hornets are on the board at the 8.5-minute mark here. First term VFL football here. And scores are level. 1-1-7 apiece. So just ill-directed kick there coming out of half-back there for the Zebras. Or the Zebras, depending which part of the country you're from. And Stackelberg, right place, right time. He's a likely type. He's shown some good strength already. John Freeman, also a good leader. Led up the ground beautifully earlier on and took a strong contested mark. So there are some positives here for the Hornets. In the ruck now for the Zebras, Sam Alkabis, the Saints player. Dished out there nicely there from Will Gowers on the outside there. Beautiful tackle laid there by Oscar Lewis. But the Hornets go back inside the forward 50. Balls fall short. Comes out. Right foot kick around the body there from Jack Rolls. And he misses. So like a Rolls Royce, Jack Rolls, number 14 Guernsey. They're in front at the 9.5-minute mark. So first time they've been in front today, the Hornets. Good crowd building in. Ball goes out of bounds, and we'll see a throw. This gives us a chance to go through some of our stats at the moment as the Hornets lead this one 1-2-8 to 1-1-7. And the key stat so far is the Zebras have got 10 marks to 4. And after getting the first 5 inside 50s, the Hornets have got the last 4, and they've recording a scoring rate of 75%. Lovely tackle there, laid there on Smith. He spun out of it, and it comes out to Dunstan, who's got the ball on a string so far. We'll give you his stats. So Dunstan now, he's got 5 touches, and the ball goes up towards half forward, and we'll see a ball up. Keep an eye on Ryan Bastanak, the former North Melbourne player. And the number 4 Guernsey, he's done some handy things in the midfield. Speaking of number 4, there's Sammy Wheaton there for all the umpires. Dishes it out now to James Ives from Bastanak up towards half forward. Good spoil there nicely there from Dara Joyce. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll see a throw in. Give us a chance to go around the grounds in the VFL. And the Giants, 10-5-65, lead Port Melbourne 6-4-40. It's three-quarter time over at the Gabba. And it's Richmond 17-9, 111 to 7-6-48 against the Lions. A different scoreline from what we saw last night in the senior footy is Corey Lyons. Dishes it out now, inboard now to Ives. Ives now finds something he likes then. Tom Templeton up towards centre half forward. And a strong mark taken there by the Zebras. So that was Oscar Claverino. Ball goes out towards the outer side, and Mason Wood sees it out of bounds, and we'll see a throw in as it's the Hornets 1-2-8 leading Sandringham 1-1-7, approaching the 12-minute mark here on the first term. You're with Chris. As your commentary today. It's a pleasure being your company. We know Victorians back home. They had a cold one this morning. Bit of frost about. But you feel warm watching this coverage here today. 24 degrees, bit of light breeze around. Free kick for a hold and or a mark, neither either. So it's taken here. I think it was. So the Zebras go inside the forward 50 and Eagles goes back and takes a mark. So Matt Eagles, one of my favourite players to watch over the last sort of few years. Tom Jeffrey making his debut tonight, formerly from Morningside. Free kick for a hold. We'll give you a few details on some of these younger players that are making their debut today for the Hornets. Coming off half-back is Matt Payne. Off half-back, switches it out now to the Eagles. Eagles right foot kick up and under to a one-on-one contest. Zebras there. Strong spoil laid there on Jack McHale. Comes out now to Tom Templeton. Up towards half forward. Aspley inside the forward 50, and that'll be a mark there to Connor Stackelberg. I think he's just got to go back himself in at left half forward at the 13-minute mark here of the first quarter. He's already got a goal to his name already. Had a shot that fell a little bit short before that, but enabled a rush behind, and they lead this one by a point. They look to extend their lead by 7 points. It is gun barrel straight, and the Hornets have got back-to-back goals there. Connor Stackelberg gets his second, and they're in front now by 7 points. So an interesting stat between these two so far is that for Aspley, they currently rank 10th in attack with average of 87 points. They rank 21st out of 22 for points against at 109, while for the Zebras, 76-4 at average 15th in the league, average of conceding 98 points per game. But there's a difference between 22 points between their average score for and average score against. That's across both sides. So technically on paper, based on that, we're probably going to see a draw today. But because I've said it, it's not going to happen now. So it's a very interesting stat there. 22-point difference between for and against. Now is Dunstan, disposal number 6. Spears the ball up towards half forward now. Sandringham look to try and gather some advantage. Umpires calls play on now as Payne. He's done some good things across half back. Finds Jordan Hayden. Jordan Hayden up towards half forwards, looking for Stackelberg there for Aspley. He can't quite get it. Bubbles out now. Handball's back up towards the corridor to Hennis. It turned the ball over now. Nick Caulfield under a bit of pressure. Get the 360. Got the handball out. Was looking for Ben Long under pressure. Concedes ground with a handball. Has Dunstan inboard again. Dunstan. Handball's back out now. They're running through the centre now as McHale. McHale gets it out now to Hunter. They fumble the ball. Bastanak, the intended target, couldn't quite get it. Hunter is dispossessed. Picked up there by Locke. Locke, he's stripped of it. Bastanak again. He was taken high. Umpire was blindsided there. Ball comes back out now to McHale. Good pressure from both sides. Like a British bulldog there is Jack Rolls. He lays the tackle, and we'll see a ball up just forward at centre. 15 and a half minutes gone here. It's Aspley 2-2-14 to 1-1-7 for Sandringham, who are kicking. Sandringham kicking to the right of your dial. They got the first goal of the game through Luke Dunstan. And we'll see another ball up here. 16th versus 17th. Semi-overcast conditions as Dunstan's taken a ground. Just squeezed out a handball. Kicking in danger. Free kicker in kicking in danger. So it'll go to Hunter. So the Zebras wearing the Saints strip this afternoon up towards the outer wing there. Ball brought to ground. Spinning his way out of traffic. Bringing it out now to Corey Lyons. Corey Lyons finds his team out there. And that's Will Pepin from Morningside. Had the pleasure of calling him in the grand final rematch between Morningside and Broadbeach. But that's for another day now. Here come the Zebras as they look to move through. Good sidestep out there. Ball up towards half forward, and Eagles hits the ground running. Plays on in front of Albuquerque. Spots up Tom Jeffrey, making his debut today, and dangerous kick. But he finds something he likes there in Jordan Hayden. Up towards half forward there at ground level. Hit bounce first. Almost taken high there. Ball hits the deck. Ball belted out towards half forward now. Stripped off him there was Oscar Lewis. This is a Back out now to Ross. Ross along the boundary line. They'll settle. Jack McHale, he's done well. So the Hornets, the home side, 2-2-14. Lead Sandringham, 1-1-7. Switch across the face. Finds Nick Caulfield. So Milne. Now they've got a few players on the overlap. Dunstan, expecting him to be a ball winner today. He has delivered on all aspects. A left foot kick. Finds the target there, and Chris Carey. He's kicked 2 goals on the board this year, and fittingly the wind is starting to pick up. All less blowing at the commentary box, so that may signify that the wind is blowing a bit of left to right. So he's a right footer. Just hanging out to the left, and watch it curl back across the face of goal. He's on the right side for it. As James Ives comes off the ground for a spell here for the Hornets, and coming onto the ground now is Tom Templeton. So he pulls the trigger from 50 metres out. It just fades across the face of goal, and Wood takes a mark, plays on, and it won't be counted. So you'll have to go around and take the shot at goal. So Mason Wood, former North Melbourne Kangaroo, currently a St Kilda player, trying to work his way back into the Saints team. So he'll look to play around on his left at the 18.5-minute mark and swing around and kick truly. He does, and he makes a point of it there, and Mason Wood closes the gap now to a point for Sandringham. And they've closed the gap now to 18.5 minutes gone here. First term VFL football. Chris, your host for this afternoon. It's a pleasure being in your company, and a big shout out to the team from the Aspley Hornets who have worked incredibly hard to get the stream up for this afternoon. Done a tremendous job. So we look forward to continuing that great relationship with them as part of the YouTube feed. And great to see a lot of people already on board, chomping at the bit to get onto the stream here, especially our friends in Victoria. As Mason Wood comes out now to the wing. He's manned by Jai Fitzpatrick, the boy from Noosa. Kicked 2 goals across 3 games for Noosa this year. I had the pleasure of calling him in round 1, and he showed a lot of potential. Not surprised that he's playing out for the Hornets now. Ball bounces up towards centre half forward. Out the back now. Beautiful tackle laid there on Luke Dalman. And he's GAWN. He's gone. And a free kick will go to the Hornets. So Aaron Wasley-Black, the Wilston Grange product, spots Corey Lyons across half back. So Tommy Jeffrey on debut. Good work there across half back. Told to play on now, Will Gowers. Started on the wing, spending a fair bit of time across half back. So we 20.25 minutes gone here. It's 1 point the margin here. Ground for the most part bathed in sunshine, slightly overcast conditions as we see a boundary throw in out of bounds on the outer side. Yeah, VFL football thriving here in southeast Queensland with the aid of 4 VFL teams making their mark with the Lions, the Suns and the Sharks, who had a tremendous win over the Gold Coast Suns last night. Emphatic victory, continue on their form. Stripped off it there was Hunter. He's holding the ball. So Sandringham conceded the ball there, so you just have to elect to go along the boundary line here for the Hornets. Who's going to fly? Only one man wanted his name on that one. So Oscar Clavarino, the St Kilda product, finds Wood. Switches across now to Mitch Royden. So Riordan have to go along the line here. Could have gone inboard to Dalman. Elects to go a little bit longer. Picked off here by Alabacus. Comes out now to Dunstan like a workhorse. Elected to go the 1-2. Spent it before he had it. Comes out now to Lock here. Sandringham under siege here. Good work here. Tackle. Dual tackle there by Dunstan, on Dunstan. And the second one slipped high. So Dunstan, who has bought his own Sharon here today. Not surprising there. He's got that disposal number 11 inside the forward 50. Ball hits the deck. Alakabis thought he had a chance. Squeezed and kicked out there And Dale. The ball goes a little bit too far. Out of bounds, boundary throw in. Aspley Hornets, 2-2-14, leading Sandringham 2-1-13. 22 minutes gone here, first term. VFL football here at Graham Road. We enjoyed some Saturday afternoon football last week on the live stream. Great to see it back here again now. Ball there, hacked out of there by the Hornets. Here comes Wood again. Tried to find Caulfield of the Nick variety. It was a little bit too hot there, but its kick was able to be capitalised there by Smith. And it finds Locke out of the corner of his eye. And Locke has already had a shot. He's already kicked 3 goals in season 2021. And his teammate there in Smith, Headley Smith, has just gone over and said, you take the kick. Back yourself in, you'll be just fine as the wind fittingly dies down. So the right footer here for the Zebras. We're in perfect position behind this one. He's just got to kick straight through the ball. The wind might pull it back a little bit to the right. So maybe a little bit of left to right about it. And it comes through nicely and straight through as Sandringham get back-to-back goals. They're 3-1-19 leading the Aspley Hornets 2-2-14. 23 and a half minutes gone here. First term VFL football. And Locke gets his first on the day. And the lead is restored back in the favour of the Zebras. Guy Locke gets his first. That's his 4th on the board for this season now. And that's the 3rd lead change we've had this afternoon. So Sandy got the first one. Aspley got the next 2. And Sandy got the next 2. And fascinating too for the stats is that all 5 goals this afternoon have come from set shots. So the players are backing themselves in. So Rux will go up again. Ball brought to ground there by Hunter. He's had a good start to this game. Templeton bumped off the ball. Able to find it out now to Jordan Hayden. Hayden up towards half forward on the outer side of foot race there. Milne will be the first one in the gun there for Sandy. Beautifully tackled there, and he's taken out of lines by Will Pippin, the Morningside product. Big shout out to Tom Jeffrey in the number 27 Guernsey. He's formerly from the Brisbane Lions Academy. Also a Morningside product. Kicked 5 goals in a best on-ground effort last week after playing in the reserves last year, and he's made every post a winner. So it goes to show if you get your opportunities in the seniors and you make the most of it, you can play VFL football. So Tom Jeffrey in the number 27 for Aspley. One of the great comeback stories. Reserves football last year. 5 goals last week. Demanded a call up to the seniors for Aspley. So it's a tremendous success there. We'll see a ball up. See number 21 there for the Hornets. Jai Fitzpatrick. The Noosa product. They've had a tough year, Noosa. Losing all games so far, but been very competitive for the most part. So we see a boundary throw in on the outer side. We're 25 and a half minutes gone. It's 3-1-19 Sandy to 2-2-14 the Hornets. Ruxagal up again. Ball up inside the forward 50 here for the Hornets. Bobbles out now. Hamilman was the first player in the gun there. Comes out now to Ben Long. So Ben Long here for the Dragons now. Takes 3 bounces here on the commentary wing. Lovely work out here to Smith. Darts back in board. Finds a teammate under a bit of pressure. That was Dan Caulfield. Dishes it back out now to Matt Allison. He's wrapped up straight away. He's doing everything he can to get rid of that. We'll see a ball up now. 26 minutes gone. And it's Sandy leading this one by 5 points, 19-14. Hunter's won plenty of it so far. Umpire in the outer zone, or in the zone for Sandy, saw a handy free kick that needed to be paid there. So it'll go now to Mitch Rawdon. Right foot kick, pumps it up. It'll land about 15 metres out from goal. Eagles with the spoil. Brings it out now to Payne, who's done some really good work across half back. Getting there with the hand was Dan Caulfield. We'll see a boundary throw in left forward pocket. So nearing on the quarter time here, Sandy. 3-1-19. Aspley Hornets 2-2-14. Just approaching the 27-minute mark. Quite a few stoppages that have taken place. And all one-on-one contests across the ground. But only there's about 10 players outside of this contest you can see off screen at the moment. So there's a lot of players there as Fitzpatrick, he's taken down to ground for the Hornets. Hacked out of there, good smother there on Dunstan, just tiptoed nicely there. Ball comes out to Templeton again. Conceding ground there was Matt Payne. Finds something he likes there in the form of Liam Dawson. Dawson now, can the Hornets go coast to coast and get one here? Arnold on the outer side to Hayden. Hayden now. Lots of players in front of him now. Here's a chance that Tom Jeffries just come on the ground. If they activate the switch here, the Hornets, they won't. Looking like they'll just maintain possession. They've got a number of players here on the switch if they want to go for it. So left half back, also right half back here for the Hornets, just slowing the tempo down. Spots James Ives. Ives probably continuing needing to go across that outer side. At the 28-minute mark, they're just chipping the ball around. Just slowing it down now, the Hornets. They trail this one by 5 points. First term, VFL football back in board now to Ives, who marks in front of Oscar Lewis. So all one-on-one contests. There's only 2 players behind him. And there's still a setup for the switch if they want to come back across. So I think this is important for the Hornets because they've been outclassed. They've turned the ball over. So having the opportunity to play some possession football, it's crucial for them. He's elected to go long there. That was Matt Payne there on the outer wing. They've got some numbers around this ball, including that of Will Gowers. But we'll see a ball up there just forward of centre for the Hornets. They trail this one. They conceded the last 2 goals. Hunter, he's had a fantastic start to the game so far. Hayden, gets the ball out now. Ball up towards left half back. So Matt Allison, switch it across, the St Kilda product. Brings it out now to Dan Caulfield. He can't quite take the mark. It's taken out of bounds. Boundary throw in. The umpire said it'll be fine there. So right half forward for the Hornets. 29 and a half gone here, first term. It's 3-1-19 to 2-2-14 in favour of Sandy. The Ryan Bastanak chomping at the bit, waiting for the ball to come to ground. He goes for it now in perfect position. And it is quarter time here at Graham Road. And it's Sandringham leading this one 3-1-19 to 2-2-14 and go through the goal scorers. We've got Guy Locke, Mason Wood, and Luke Dunstan. Well, for Aspley, only 2 goals coming off the boot, and they've come off the boot by Connor Stackleton. My name's Chris. It is quarter time here at Graham Road, here at Aspley, bathed in sunshine, and we look forward to being in your company after a short break. Just a lot of stoppages and stuff like that. Doesn't make for the most attractive footy, but when you've got 16th versus 17th. And next Saturday's not going to be much better. At least that's a good place to watch footy. Actually, this place is too. Yeah. I've got nearly 100 people watching. That's all right. Take that. Hello and welcome back here to Graham Road. It's quarter time here, and as you can see on the scoreboard, it's Sandringham 3-1-19 to Aspley Hornets 2-2-14. My name's Chris. It's awesome being with you this afternoon for VFL action here in southeast Queensland. Just a quick around the grounds in the VFL and approaching time on in the final quarter over at the Gabba, and it's Richmond 20-12-132 leading the Brisbane Lions 11-7-73. They lead that one by 59 points. The Tigers burst out of the blocks in the opening quarter, kicking 9-3 and have not looked threatened since. Coleman, Jones and Ryan have each got 4 goals, while Marble Chol has got 3, and Josh Caddy has also got a pair for the Lions. It's Tommy Fullerton that leads the way with 3 goals. Another game currently going on at the moment down in Blacktown. And it's the Giants 10-7-67 lead Port Melbourne 7-9-51. We're deep in the time on, nearing 3/4 time down there. The Boroughs led by 2 goals at quarter time before the Giants fought back to lead by 2 goals at half time, and it's been an arm wrestle in the third quarter. Brun, Pollock and Chisholm are the multiple goal scorers for the Giants, while Signorio and Eli Templeton have each kicked a pair for the Boroughs. Leading stat getters here at this very ground. I've got these superstars next to me. You'll be able to hear them come across the day. Lukey Dunstan with 11 disposals. He's got 8 kicks and 3 handballs. Laid a couple of tackles too and taken a couple of marks. Ryan Bastanak has been busy early for the Hornets. He's got 3 kicks, 5 handballs to go with his 3 tackles. Hayden has been a busy bee earlier on with 8 disposals, and Payne has been terrific with 8 valuable touches as well across half-back for the Hornets. And you only need to look at Goy Locke, who's had a good start so far. He's had 8 touches, and he's had 2 kicks and 6 handballs, but he's had 2 shots on goal. So he's got 1 goal, 1. So that could be the formula for the afternoon, that should he be successful in getting a kick, it might very well be the score. So he's running around at number 63. They've just got a very good midfield. The Zebras, Mason Wood and Jordan Hayden here on the commentary wing. Both of them have knocked up, getting plenty of the footy earlier on as rucks go up. Ball brought to ground there by Jamie Ivers, who's started at centre-half forward there for the Hornets. Ball goes up towards half forward. Spoil comes down now to Corey Lyons. Here's a grand level. There's Locke again. It's wrapped up. Tries to get the ball out. Handball taken there nicely here by Riordan. Dishes it out now. Out to Mason Wood. Wood here for the Zebras. Arches the back nicely. But he went out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw in here on the commentary wing. And they're still having a go at it here. So Wood and Aaron Wosley Black, the Wilson Grange product, Wosley Black, jogs back up to half back. Get into position. So boundary throw in here, commentary side. Jeez, we've got a good seat here. We're sitting right on top of it. Free kick. In fact, the umpire was blindsided by that high contact, and it'll be a free kick for a throw. It'll go to Bastanak. One of the things I love about coming here to watch footy or calling footy here at Aspley is that you're sitting right on top of the action. You feel like you're at Docklands, essentially. That's what we love. Jack Rolls looked dangerous early in the first quarter. Spears the ball up towards half forward. Was he? Yes. Mark taken and or free kick. So Jamie Ivers, the Redlands Victoria Point product. He's got 8 goals on the board this year through Redlands. So he's earned the opportunity here to play for Aspley, and he's looking to show just how dominant he can be. And this is to put them back in front for the 4th lead change of the afternoon. So Ivers, question of accuracy. It fades late and goes through for a minor score. So that was an opportunity begging as kick comes out now. Here's a chance here for the Hornets. They look to rock and roll now with a left foot kick around the body. Knocked out now to Wood. Wood, he's stripped of it there. Comes out now to Long. He's tackled the ground nicely there by Will Gowers. Good pressure here from both sides now. Almost went without it now as Dan Caulfield. Kick along the boundary line up towards half forward there. Beautiful tackle laid. In fact, it was dumped to ground. So we've got about 4 minutes here. Second term. So it comes out now to Oscar Claraverino. Kicked 1 goal on the board this year, the St Kilda product, and he would love to add to his tally. So about 3 minutes gone. Gets around, right foot kick, that is curling! It hits the woodwork, minor score. So margin back out now to 5 points. Chris, it's been great being with you as we take to the challenge of this game now. It's a tough one here between 16th and 17th, and it's about what we expected, but it makes for a very, very good game as we've got a ball up here at half forward. Had the pleasure of being at Southport last night in their win over the Gold Coast Suns, and that was quite a one-sided affair. It's great to come down here this afternoon and just see a good arm wrestle. Great way to enjoy a Saturday afternoon. A big fly there from Dara Joyce. Mark of the day so far. Across half back. 5 minutes gone. Switch, was that a push in the back? No, he lost his footing there on the outer side. Aaron Wosley Black. Kick inside the forward 50 here for the Zebras. Knocks it back over his head nicely there. That was Jackson Ross, but he was already out of bounds. We'll see a throw in left forward pocket. And the scores, Aspley Hornets 2-3-15, trailing Sandringham 3-2-20. 5 points the margin. Second term of VFL football here at Graham Road here in Aspley, Southeast Queensland football. Kick there. Comes off there from Clavarino, and we'll see another boundary throw in. So it's great to be with you, and and have nearly 100 people watching the stream here is fantastic. So rucks go up again. Almost thrown out there. As Eagles dodges his way out of traffic. Handball's back in board now to Arnold. Finds a teammate there. Arnold did well with the Shepherd. Tries to draw his teammate there in Gowers. Was he out of bounds? Well, he is now. Jordan Hayden. We'll see a boundary throw in at right half forward for the Zebras. We're about 5 minutes gone. Yes, second term. So we've got Nick Caulfield barking instructions on centre wing. And I think we're going to see a free kick. So zone infringement now. And we'll see... I'm not sure who that's going against. Actually, it'll go to Hunter. So Paul Hunter gets the ball now to Dunstan. Dunstan, left foot kick up towards deep inside the forward 50. Comes off hands now. Hornets under a bit of pressure. Spinning his way out of traffic there was Jai Fitzpatrick. An unconvincing kick there. Puts his teammate under pressure. Comes back out now to Jordan Arnold. Handball dished out wide now. The Zebras under a bit of pressure, but they managed to get out of it. Keeping it there is James Ive. Hugs the boundary line. Free kick downfield. Either way, it was going to be a mark. And that was going to Will Pepin, the Noosa product. Spears the ball here to Corey Lyons. So Lyons here. Kick up towards half forward. That might be Hamilman. Gets hands onto that. He looks to the umpire for a free kick. Not forthcoming there. Good call. Darting his way out of traffic there was Darragh Joyce. Joyce bumps the ball out. It's a 2-on-1 contest now. The Zebras would love to keep this in, and that'll work out all right. But you see the antagonist, Aaron Wosley Black. In fact, that went out of bounds on the full. So that was tapped onto his boot. And we'll see Darby Hipwell with the free kick. Hipwell, left foot, inside the forward 50 here. Good, strong jukage. Liam Dawson, he's done well cleaning up across half back today already. As with about 7 minutes gone here in the second term, and it's 5 points to spread. Right foot kick along the boundary line. A fly's needed, a fly's executed, and John Freeman marks. So Freeman, we saw him take a mark in an identical position in the first quarter. They'd love to make more of these chances. Closer to goal. Big contest here. Plenty of Zebras will fly. Ball comes to ground here for Will Gowers. Knocked up now to Caulfield. Nick Caulfield here. Arches the back here for the Zebras. Kick up towards right half forward. Big fly. Oh, good courage, but he was taken out of it. Free kick. It'll go to the Sandringham. So to go to Oscar, who spots his teammate there in Cody Hennis. Kicked a couple of goals already this year and puts the ball out to Mason Wood for Sandringham. And he'll look to kick his second goal and to push. And that free kick originally was against number 20, Matt Eels. Out of that contest, it saw number 38 get the ball. As Mason Wood here for the Zebras. Good spot for a left footer. Question of accuracy. Left it out to the left and it stayed left. About 9 minutes gone here. Back out to a 6-point lead. 3-3-21 to 2-3-15 now. Dangerous kick in front of Dunstan, who's been a bit quiet here in this term. But it's just a good arm wrestle. As James Ivers switched it across the outer side. Lovely work there from Lyons, who's done a good sweeping roll already. Puts the ball up to dangerous territory to Will Gowers. Plays on now, right foot kick up towards the outer wing now. Comes off hands there of Hamilman, who's had a great start to this season for the Hornets with 18 goals to his name. Kick ricocheted off, and we'll see a boundary throw in at right half forward. So we're about the 10-minute mark here in this term. Neither side yet to score a goal. 2 points to Sandy. There's Dunstan. He's stripped off it there. Working his way out of traffic. Ricochet's back out now, but it falls back in his favour. That's Cody Hennis. Mason Wood up towards half forward now. Bypasses several of the players. A free kick and a hold. It'll go to the Hornets at left half back. So we've seen a lot of tight one-on-one contests. That'll go to Matt Eagles will have the ball across left half back. So the player giving away the free kick was Jackson Ross. Seeing a fair bit of traffic here on the interchange for the respective sides as the umpire tells him to get going now. So Eagles has had 4 or 5 touches today. Kick towards the outer wing now. Needs something. Needs a teammate to fly there. Gowers. Dished over the top nicely now to Rolls. Rolls. Spots up Stackelman. Stackelberg now. Right foot kick. Spoil there from Sandy. Out towards half back. Handball over the top there from Wood. Winning plenty of the ball further up the ground and also drifting forward. And a strong mark taken there by Sam Alabakis. Gets the ball rocking and rolling out now to Hennis. Hennis up towards left half forward now. Plenty of Hornets will fly. Belted towards the boundary line there by Jamie Ivers, who's been playing in the ruck, the Redlands Victoria Point product. We'll see a boundary throw in the left forward pocket for the Sandy Zebras, who have been doing all the attacking, but at the early stages of this quarter, midway through this quarter, we're about the 12-minute mark. 2 points to 1. It's 3-3-21 Sandringham to 1-1-7, and a free kick will go. To the Zebras. And they'll have a chance to kick the opening goal here of the second term. And it'll go to Luke Dunstan. So Luke Dunstan just swings around that favoured left foot, and he's got it home. And Dunstan's got 2 goals here. And that's the first goal from a free kick today at the 12-minute mark, and we're out to a game-high margin of 12 points. Luke Dunstan got the opening goal of the game. He's got the most recent goal of the game. That puts him up to 7 for the year, matching the number on his back. And he's been in phenomenal form. So he becomes the first multiple goal scorer for Sandringham, with Stackelberg kicking the only 2 goals there for the Hornets. So just going through some of the key stats now. The inside 50s is certainly a big one here. As with the 12-point buffer, it's the inside 50s favouring Sandy 21-11, and they're winning the hitouts there. Paul Hunter has been unbelievable. He's taking a spell on the bench at the moment now as Alabakis goes into the ruck. But the hitouts are 20-9 in favour of the visitors this afternoon. Ball comes out now nicely to Oscar Lewis. Through hands, through Mitch Riordan. Up towards half forward again here for Sandy as the ball still stays on the wing. Plenty of numbers around this. Eagles goes in hard. Finds something he likes with a handball there to Freeman. Good work here by Bastanak. Spins his way out of traffic. Lovely work from Locke. Outstanding. Going back in and working hard there was Riordan. A free kick's been awarded. And he gives away the free kick. So to go to Matt Payne. Started well across half back in the opening term. We're at about the 14-minute mark here. 12 points to the margin, 27-15. Finds John Freeman again. That's his third mark today. All been around this side. Kick long. Who's going to fly? Who's going to stay down? Good tackle laid there by Tom Jeffrey for Aspley. And we'll see a ball up. Left forward pocket for the Hornets, where we're seeing a good, solid crowd build up. 15 minutes gone. We're close to. 4-3-27, Sandringham to 2-3-15, the Hornets, and we'll see a ball up. So all one-on-one, actually not quite one-on-one contest. We've got Jordan Hayden who's a loose man at centre half forward. As the ball comes out now, here's a golden opportunity for the Hornets. Kicked around the body there from Oscar Lewis, but he turns the ball over now to Tom Templeton, and he's just got to go back and kick this one. Knows this ground very well, the left footer. And we are right behind this one. Tom Templeton. It's pushed out to the left. Will it make the distance? No, it won't, as Alabakis takes a mark. Out to Nick Caulfield. Dangerous kick. So Anthony Seaton switches across the outer side. Dangerous. So that's Matt Allison switches across the outer side. Long was held. So Long trying to break his way back into the senior team for St Kilda. Quality player when he gets going. Left a long kick along the outer wing. Play goes up there in the form of Hipwell. Couldn't quite bring it down the ground favourably now. Handball over the top there from Jaden Hayden. And here come the Hornets again trying to shrug off the tackle there. Was Jeffrey. Umpire called play on there as the ball goes out towards the boundary line in front of Alabakis there of the Zebras. And he has a little bit to say with his opposition. But we're about the 16-minute mark here of the second term, and it's 4-3-27 Sandy to Aspley, 2-3-15. Alabakis goes up uncontested. Lock tries to knock the ball out of this contest now. Hornets like a swarming around now. Right foot kick inside the forward 50 now. Big contest going back, almost taking the mark there with Stackelberg. Ball goes out towards Joyce. There, he lays a good tackle, and we'll see a throw in. So boundary throw in right forward pocket. Aspley have not kicked a goal since the 13.5-minute mark of the first term, and that's about 34 minutes ago. So 34 minutes since their last goal. Lock, he's stripped of it there, umpire in perfect position with that one there. Up and under kick, up towards the hot spot. Can he get it? Yes, he does. Matt Hammelman, the danger man for the Hornets. He must go back and put through this goal as we approach time on here in this second term. So Matt Hammelman at end goals had some good opportunities throughout the year. Good forward focus. And he's on a slight angle, but it shouldn't bother him too much. Well, it's no worries there, and he kicks his first at the 18-minute mark of the second term. Cuts the margin back to 6 points. So Matt Hammelman becomes the second goal kicker on the board on the back of 2 early goals from Connor Stackelberg. Other goal scorers across the game for the Zebras, we've got 2 to Luke Dunstan and singles to Mason Wood and the guy Locke. Possession counts. Well, Aspley have had a lot of it. 54% of the to 46. Leading disposal winner on the ground, though, is Hayden with 15 for the Hornets. Bastonak's got 13 and Lyons has got 13. So the top 3 belong to the Zebras, but interesting one. Luke Dunstan has got 13 touches, only 2 in this second quarter. So he's been kept out of it, but as if on cue now, Luke Dunstan now, left foot kick, looking for Hunter. Hunter now, beautiful tackle, just got the handball out now, back to Dunstan. He's wrapped up there by, that might be Dale, and we'll see a ball up. Quick around the grounds. When we get an opportunity now. The next stoppage will give you another round of grounds as we hit the 19-minute mark here of the second term. Ball dished out. Here come the Hornets up towards half forward. A long kick still inside the field of play momentarily. Beautiful tackle there by Jack Warren in the left forward pocket. But it's full-time over at the Gabba, and it was Richmond 21-16, 142 defeating the Brisbane Lions 12-8-80 by 62 points in a free-flowing, high-scoring encounter over at the Gabba. As the Rucks go up again, hacked out of there by the Zebras. Big contest here. Belted back in the wrong direction there from Dale. Comes out now to Sandy. Back out now to Dunstan. Can he keep it inside the field of play? Yes, he can. 1-2. Links with his teammate there. As the ball goes up towards the middle of the ground now. Black out to Lock. He pulls the trigger. 50 metres out from goal. Yes! And he's got his second. How good is that at the 21-minute mark? That is the first goal from general play today. And Guy Locke, as we mentioned at quarter time, he actually had 8 touches and 2 of them were kicks. And both of those were scores. So what we're seeing from Guy this afternoon is that when he does get purchase on the ball, when he does get disposals, he through kicking, he generally hits the scoreboard. So he's kept the run up nicely because he's had 3 kicks for the day, Guy Locke, for 2 goals, 1, and he is playing on the ball. You don't often see that. You see goal kicking midfielders, but he's had 9 touches today, and he's had 1 handball, 1 kick in this quarter, and that 1 kick was the best goal you'll see so far today. 21 minutes gone here in this term now. Sharked out of there by Tom Templeton. Kick there again from Jordan Hayden. Knocking up, getting plenty of the ball. Finds Stackelberg there at right half forward. And he's got to go back and settle and slot this through in the shadows of half time. But as we sort of come to see, there's a long time between goals. A long start to get a goal on the board, and they start to come through a bit more quickly after that. As Stackelberg, he's calmly put that through. He is on fire this afternoon, Connor Stackelberg. He's got 3 for the Hornets, and those goals just keep coming. So back-to-back goals, and we're about around the 22-minute mark. And it's back to 6 points, but extraordinarily, after a slow start, we've got 3 goals in 4 minutes of play. So the game's just broken wide open now with Aspley 4-3-27, trailing the Sandringham Zebras 5-3-33 in a really good game here. Between 16th and 17th on the ladder, but they're producing some quality football. It's just hard, intense, and you're seeing some stars bob up. And given the Aspley's performance last week, they went down by 109 points to Southport and had a disappointing 21-point loss to Frankston the previous week. As they start to come back into this contest, almost thrown out there by Jamie Ivers, who comes to the ruck. Here comes Bastanak. Bastanak on his left. Bastanak looking for his teammate there, and it goes through for a minor score there to Bastanak. So 23 points of margin, back to 5 points. Bastanak spots up his teammate there in Cody Hennis. Hennis here for Sandy. So Tyson Milne at left half back for the Zebras. Might have to go a little bit short. No, he elects to go longer now. Looking for Guy Locke to be at the foot of this contest now. He comes in now, almost comes away with it there, and the number 63 Kearns, he affects the tackle that allowed Alabacus to get the ball out and hack the ball forward now. As Matt Payne, under a bit of pressure, finds Ives. Back out now to Bastanak. Hard up on the boundary line is Corey Lyons. He's taken out of bounds in the right forward pocket. And it's 4-3-27, trailing Sandringham 5-3-33. We're about 24 minutes gone here. Second term VFL football here at Graham Road. My name's Chris, your host this afternoon. Great being in your company wherever you may be watching. Particularly over Victoria. Left foot kick. Good afternoon to our Saints supporters who've the senior side. You've got a big game tonight against the Western Bulldogs. So look to settle now the Hornets through Liam Dawson. I've loved the presence of Alabakis for Sandy as well, the young St Kilda player. Rotating with Paul Hunter in the ruck, who's been absolutely outstanding. Dangerous from Payne. Arches his back. Handball out towards the outer side. Back out now to Payne. He's beautifully tackled. And it was a push in the back, so it'll be a free kick. And it'll go out to Matt Payne. So Payne along the boundary line there. Ball off hands there from Connor Stackelberg. A little bit too far up the ground here as the Zebras pump the ball inside the forward 50. Going back with a fly to the ball nicely is Matt Eagles. So Matt Eagles will have the ball. Defensive 30. About 26 minutes gone. We had a 30.5-minute first term where 5 goals were kicked, and we've had 4 kicked in this term. So the Hornets now. Big fly needed and executed to perfection there. Liam Dawson loved his game today here for the Hornets. The player that he took the mark over, Lukey Dunstan, he's had a pretty good game as well as he approaches 20 touches as Dawson hugs the boundary line. And it nearly clears up the camera crew up here. That was a great spoil. You'll be able to see that on the camera there. That nearly got our man. And we're in the box seat here. Here on the commentary side. Here come the Saints again. So the Zebras pushing the ball up towards half forward. Good courage again shown there by Dawson. Comes out now to Eagles. Eagles here for the Hornets. Over the top there. The intended target was Will Gowers. It might pay off for them there to Ivers. Good work here by the Saints defence there. And Oscar Lewis, that's a genuine win. And he's not going to be any trouble there. We'll see a ball up here between wing and half forward. Sandy's attacking zone. And we are 27 minutes gone here in this second term. 5-3-33 Sandy to Aspley 4-3-30, so 27. As Dunstan takes it out of bounds, we'll see a throw in an identical spot. So Locke and Lewis dangerous, and Dunstan as well for Sandy. Well, here we've got Tom Templeton. He's had a pretty solid game for Aspley. Good tackle laid by Jack Rolls, and we'll see a ball up. Haven't mind the game of Jack Rolls today. Across half forward. Pushing further out here. Locke, was he held without? Blindsided was the umpire in that case anyway, but it doesn't matter anyway as Oscar Lewis up towards half forward, turns the ball over. There's a missing boot there at half forward there for the Zebras. It sets up the opportunity now for Matt Hamilman. Hamilman has to go long. It was a mung. An old-fashioned mung. It bounces away from Stackelberg as Matt Allison, the last line of defence, coming through with a spoil with James Ives. Comes out now to Locke. He can't kick it. He's not close enough to goal. He's G-A-W-N. He's gone holding the ball. Templeton waved to go. It was an ill-directed kick, or was it? Stackelberg takes another great mark, and he's going for his 4th. What an afternoon he's had here this afternoon at Graham Road, the home of the Hornets. He's kicked. He's going for his 13th goal of the year. And he's kicked 3 straight this afternoon. So this will put them in front for the 5th lead of the day. It's coming back, but not enough. That's his first miss of the day. So 4-5-29 at the 29-minute mark. Back to 4 points to 5-3-33. It's the Sandy side that are up ahead at the moment now. Good work under pressure. Was dished out there by Sandy as they put the ball up towards half forward. Mark taken there by Dale. Right foot kick on the outer side there from Jordan Hayden. Still been good. Turns the ball over to Long. And it is half-time here at Graham Road here in southeast Queensland. And it's Aspley Hornets, the home side, trailing Sandringham 4-5-29 to Sandringham 5-3-33. We'll go through our goal kickers. For the home side today, Connor Stackelberg with 3, Matt Hamilman with 1, while for the visitors, we've got 2 each to Guy Locke and Luke Dunstan, single to Mason Wood. My name's Chris. We'll be back with you for the explosive second half right after this break. It's awesome being in your company here as part of Saturday afternoon VFL football.
sitting out back one time when I was visiting, and some dude, he shot, like there's trees a block from all the houses, but the shot he did was like a 1 in a million shot, and it just went through all the trees and straight at us. I was like, damn, I'm still there. That's easily up. Yeah. There are marks in the ceiling from it. I've actually been, like, that's the first time that's happened. I've been so worried about it. Aspley before, because of like how close you are. Yeah. I almost don't see the screen when it's down there. I just put the camera down there. I just saw the ball like, and then I just heard it, and I was like, looked around to make sure nothing was just like smashed. And we're very fortunate because it could have just like hit all this. Yeah. Could have hit the camera, and that would have just been day over probably. I mean, I'm never worried about me. I'm more worried about the that's the illness or Alex.
It is half time here at Graham Road, and a big shout out to everyone that's watching. It's good to see we've been getting some feedback on the YouTube as well. There from Kylie, who's watching from Wangaratta. Thanks for joining us, Kylie. We hope you're enjoying time down there. Wangaratta is a lovely part of the world there. I spent a lot of time there growing up as a kid, but she did ask the question, is the cameraman person okay? And had a chat with a great man, and he's doing just fine. So that's really positive. So we do appreciate everyone joining us across the afternoon. Sandringham led this one 5-3-33 to 4-5-29. Just want to give us an opportunity as well to plug the upcoming Umpire for Fun program here in Queensland. So to showcase it, South East Queensland are doing a tremendous job to try and raise the profile of umpires up here, as we're seeing tremendous work done in Victoria. So there's nearly 400 umpires registered in the Umpire for Fun program here. The program kick-started across 3 venues fairly recently, and there's a big session that's taking place this coming Wednesday night. It's not too late to register for the program. There'll be sessions held at Callum Vale, Kedron and Ormau from 6:30 till 7:30 p.m. this coming Wednesday night, and at Kawana from 6 to 7 p.m. That's on Wednesday the 26th of May. So there'll be do what you can to register and contact those clubs, and get in contact with Queensland AFL Umpires Association as well. The team are really enthusiastic. One of the great umpires coming around the region who's playing a big role in developing these programs is Sam Wheaton, that we've got running around there in the number 4 Guernsey for the umpires at the moment in the field. So we do appreciate the work that Sam and those younger people around are doing what they can to stimulate the growth of umpiring in southeast Queensland. And we've got so much football happening up here. You know, it's good opportunity of being an ex-Victorian myself, coming up from the region, and seeing just the great growth of AFL football up here. It's plenty of opportunities to get involved, so we urge as many people to get involved as possible. Week around the grounds in the QAFL. The early game here today, the Colts, or the under-18s, Aspley 22-13, 145, defeated Jindalee 4-2-26 by 119 points in a very convincing effort. They're now 6-0 to start the season. And it was just a quick around the grounds in the VFL at the moment. And it is full-time with the other games going on today. And the Giants, 11-9-75, defeated the Burrows, Port Melbourne, 9-12-66. Richmond, 21-16-142, defeated the Brisbane Lions, 12-8-80. And over at Windy Hill, it's 8-minute mark of the second quarter over there. And it's the Bombers, 5 straight 30, leading North Melbourne 3-2-20. As the umpires get ready to come back on the ground, it is Sandringham 5-3-33 to the Aspley Hornets 4-5-29 here at half-time. My name's Chris. We'll be back here with the second half right after this short break.
Looks like the marking contest is happening like here.
Hello and welcome back to the coverage of the VFL Clash Round 6 action between Aspley and the Sandringham Hornets. The Sandringham Zebras. It's the Hornets and the Zebras here today. My name's Chris. It's been awesome being in your company. It's been a delight game of footy between 16th and 17th, and we've appreciated everyone jumping up on board, watching as part of the YouTube coverage, and also getting involved and being involved in the chat as well. We do appreciate the feedback. Great to see some people watching from Wangaratta. But it is a battle between 16th and 17th. At times, it's not going to be the most attractive brand of football, but what it does is it opens up an opportunity for more players to step up and make an impact. And we look at some of the AFL players that are going out there at the moment. Luke Dunstan is doing what Luke Dunstan does, and that's winning plenty of the ball. He's also hit the scoreboard as well on a number of occasions. He's got 16 touches. With 2 straight goals to his name. Some of the other AFL players, you've got Nick Caulfield, who's done okay with 10 touches. and 5 marks in that as well. Mason Wood impressed in patches. He started deep forward and then pushed up to the wing. He's got 9 touches, 1 goal, 1 on the board, but he's got 5 marks as well. He has got a lot of those marks, though uncontested, further up the ground. So we'll watch with his progress. But it is 4 points the margin, 4-5-29 to 5-5-33. And in that second term, it was 2-2 to the Zebras to 2-3 for the Hornets as we're getting ready for action here in football, VFL football here at Graham Road. So the ball goes up towards half forward for the Hornets now. So the free kick's actually been paid and it'll go back to the contest as he kicked it. So it'll go back to the Zebras across right half back. So there's the man we were talking about before, Sam Wheaton, who's playing a big role in developing umpires here in the region. So a free kick will go out to Dan Caulfield at right half back for the Zebras. A kick over the head there of Dunstan, still inside the field of play. Handball over the top. Bassanak was there for the Hornets. Umpire calls play on. Left foot up and under kick there. Up towards half forward, and Hunter takes a great mark. Right foot kick inside the forward 50. He's got Guy Lock all on his own. Does he get boots a ball? He's GAWN holding the ball, and he's in a spot of bother. So free kick for holding the ball. Go to the Hornets. He almost had his 4th kick of the game. Almost for a return of 3 goals, 1. The midfielder. Dangerous kick. Very dangerous. Zebras should finish here, and they don't. Eagles takes the mark. Umpire in perfect position with the second bobble now as Eagles arches the back. The former Brisbane Lions, Ruckman, up towards half back there on the outer side. Near the Hornets trying to generate something here, but the Zebras are up to the task. Up and under kick up towards centre half forward. Ball hits the deck. Mark dropped there by Jordan Arnold. Hacked forward there by the Zebras inside the forward 50. It's a foot race now. A rush behind would probably be the tonic to this case here, and that is 2 minutes gone here. Back out to a 5-point lead in favour of the visitors. 5-4-34 to 4-5-29. 2 minutes and change gone here. A delicate kick out to you to Aaron Wasley Black, the Wilston Grange product. He's told to get on his bike and go. Dangerous kick out of bounds on the full. The intended target was Jordan Hayden now as Mason Wood gets on his bike. No hesitation. Deep inside the forward line. Does Locke take the mark? Wood couldn't quite get it here. Eagles like a ball at a gate. Barrels it forward over the middle of the ground. Up and end over end kick. Lovely tackle there by Jack Warren. Force the tackle, force the pressure out now to Pepin. Back out now to Gowers. Gowers finds a teammate. Right foot kick. Numbers favour big fly. Couldn't quite bring it to ground there in favour of the Hornets. Comes out now to Long. The Zebras had plenty of numbers to ground, and that sees them settle with composure across half back. There's Mason Wood for his 11th touch. Spots up Anthony Seaton. Has been handy in some patches this afternoon. Kick along the boundary line. Only one player was going up for that. That was Cody Henness. So Henness here for the Zebras. His team lead by 5 points. They've done that on a number of occasions so far. Kick along the boundary line. Almost a push in the back there from Hunter. Ball at ground level now. Comes out now to the Zebras. Lock. He'll mark. He passes it off, and they'll kick the opening goal of the second half. And that's off the boot there of Jack McHale. So Jack McHale started off the game impressive. And at the 4-minute mark, margin's back out now to 11 points. 6-4-40 to 4-5-29. They kicked the opening goal of the second half there. Beautiful kick there from Locke. Did the unselfish thing. But it all started here with Cody Hines here on the commentary wing. He was the only one that went up. And it set them up for a big push inside the forward line now. So the Zebras looking prominent early, looking for their second win of the 2021 VFL home and away season. My name's Chris. It's an awesome pleasure being in your company. Ball one out of there, comes out now to Bastanak. Bastanak up towards left half forward here for the Hornets. Over the top now. Ball hits the deck. Comes out now to Gowers. Handball's back out now to Rolls. Here's a chance. Here's a golden opportunity. And not forthcoming there for Warren. So Warren misses. 5-minute mark. Back to 10 points. Kick out now, and he finds it to Clavareno. Enjoyed his game today. Been doing it wing and half forward. Arm over the shoulder, blindsided by the umpire there, and Darragh Joyce will set it out of bounds. Boundary throw in between wing and half forward. The Hornets attacking zone. Trying to end a 3-game losing streak. 2 to Southport, 1 to Frankston. Well, that big win from Sandy over Williamstown last week was nothing short of impressive. So Paul Hunter finds a teammate there, hard up there on the boundary line. Along the boundary, Eagles couldn't quite take the mark. He recovers well, just bombs the ball as far as he can. Boundary line would be the best option. A 2-on-1 here. The Zebras should settle. Hunter, almost a look away handball, very ambitious. Chance here for the Hornets. Right foot kick. Sees something he likes out of the corner of his eye. Right foot kick. Right foot goal. All class there from Will Gowers. And the game's starting to open up a bit now here at Graham Road. 6.5 minutes gone here. Back to 4 points. And the Zebras have had the lead since the 23-minute mark of the first term, but it's back now to 4 points, which was the halftime lead. But the 2-on-1, it should have happened. That look-away handball there from Sandringham. Just a costly turnover. Freed up the Hornets, utilising their midfield strength. And Gowers, that was as good a goal as what you'll see today. And that was essentially the Hornets' first goal from general play this afternoon, as opposed to the one from Sandy. So set shots have been the flavour of the day. Love to see a few more of those gut-running, credible goals now as Mason Wood turns the ball over. Gowers inside the forward 50. Hornets with a few at the drop of the ball. Ball comes out now to Sandy under a bit of pressure. I think that was Long that was tackled. It was. Great composure here on the last line of defence here. Caulfield of the Nick Varieties taken down. Ball handball back towards the boundary line. Right forward pocket. And the intensity's just started to lift, and that's what we love here as part of the coverage of VFL action here in southeast Queensland. We want the great game. We've seen 2 blowouts in the VFL already here in Queensland. We've got the arm wrestle here between 16th and 17th, and we're getting the tight one that we're after now as dribbled out there from Bastanak. Didn't go the 15. Hard up there in the last line of defence there for Sandy, under a bit of siege. Ricocheted there from Mason Wood. Did that ricochet off a foot? Out of bounds on the full, in fact. So that was an ambitious kick anyway, as Matt Payne, who has been the sweeper across half back, hasn't kicked the goal all year. He's got to put it up to maybe the top of the square. Gets a little bit of mileage, gets a little bit of distance, and gets a great goal. And they're in front, the Hornets here at Graham Road. That was absolutely outstanding. 9 minutes gone here in this explosive third term and goal-for-goal action. And Matt Payne becomes the 4th goal scorer on the board for the home side, who have kicked 3 of the last 4 goals in this contest to hit the front. But it's been a good fight. Very good fight. Quick around the grounds into VFL, and North Melbourne have hit the lead over at Windy Hill, the 22-minute mark of the second term. They're 5-4-34 to Essendon 5-1-31. But it's 6-6-42 Aspley to Sandringham, 6-4-40 here at Graham Road, and this is where all the action's at. Love being in your company. Comes out now to Sandy. Tackle there, laid there on Ives. And a free kick in the back. The umpire. Well, that happens now as Ives gets the ball out now to Bastanak. Was he off his line? No, he wasn't. Now he is. Bastanak with a bomb. Deep inside the forward 50. Sandy with plenty of numbers. They can't quite take the mark. They should have raffled it. Not forthcoming. And we'll see a ball up there on the very last line of defence there for Sandringham. They are under siege just a bit, but they've got the class and composure to get out of here and set up a scoring opportunity the other end of the ground. It's not happening because that is an outstanding goal from Jack Rolls. Number 14, Jack Rolls, has kicked a ripper around the body, and that's something out of nothing. Wow. 10 3/4 minutes gone here in this third term, and the Hornets have kicked 4 of the last 5. They've got their game-high lead of 8 points. It's 7-6-48 to 6-4-40. But given the quality of the Zebras lineup, you sense that there will be more goal-scoring opportunities coming as Ben Long comes off the ground and Anthony Seaton goes back up towards half-back. Mason Wood pushing deep inside the forward pocket. So a few key changes there. That might just be the tonic that the Zebras need, because he has been playing just a little bit further up the ground for his liking. And Dunstan has been very quiet since quarter time. He had 11 touches, 5 in the second, been pretty quiet. So your umpires today in the field, Sam Wheaton, Joel Clamp and Martin Roger. On the boundary, Ashley Hawkes, Sam Beer and Matty Lum. On the goals, Kane Miller and Belinda Stewart. Thanks for our umpires for being a part of this game as we see a ball up just forward of centre there for the Hornets. Luke Dunstan started off like a house on fire. He's got 16 possessions, none in this quarter, but I've said that before, and he's got the ball virtually straight away. Dancing on a doll there is Oscar Lewis. Oscar Lewis loved his game today. Up towards Wood. A good spoil came there from Dale. Dunstan now as if on cue gets himself involved. Almost dished out of there by Wood. Handball out there from Chris Carey. Kick inside the forward 50. The intended target was almost there. Successful there in Mitch Riordan. Right foot kick across the face of goal. And doing well to get a hand on that was Dara Joyce. We'll see a boundary throw in left forward pocket. In fact, a free kick's been paid, and I think that will go. And that's going to be. I think it's going to be a card here, and the Sandringham are going to have a shot on goal. I think. So there's a report that's been made. So that's Mitch Riordan's actually been reported. And that'll be a free kick to Aspley. There's at the 13-minute mark, everyone is at a standstill. You could hear a pin drop. Wow. So we can imagine what may have happened there is that a report's been made, and we've seen Mitch Riordan go into the book, but he was the player that his name was getting written down by the umpire. So the report's been made, and now Riordan will have a shot on goal from almost point-blank range. Straight through the middle, and the margin has gone. Well, it's been cut back to 2 points. Wow. 13 and a half minutes gone now, just ticked on 14 minutes. Mitch Riordan So Aspley Hornets 7-6-48 lead Sandringham 7-4-46. Perhaps maybe Matt Eagles could have been put on report there. Perhaps we're not too sure of the Aspley player that was reported there. But anyway, it sees the margin cut back to 2 points. Great game of Saturday afternoon football. Alabacus gone into the ruck. And deservedly so, Paul Hunter having a spell. Really like the work of Paul in the ruck today. Absolutely sensational. You throw all the superlatives out there, but he's been one of the best on today. As Alabacus goes up, couldn't quite get it there. Jamie Ives also into the ruck here for the Hornets. Dish out there on the outer side there from Ives, but it's taken here by the Zebras. Locke dishes it out now on the outer side there to Jack McHale. Handball over the top into space, trying to draw a teammate there who's harassed straight away. Kick around the body there. Up towards half forward, going back with the flight of the ball nicely there is Jamie Ivers. The Redland Victoria point product settles back. It's 48-46, 15 and a half gone here. Third term VFL football here in Graham Road. My name's Chris. It's wonderful being in your company. And we'll see a ball up there between wing and half forward. Aspley's attacking zone. It's 3-2. Lead of the home side, who trailed by as much as 12 points at the 21-minute mark of the second quarter at a free kick. It'll go, it was for a hold, so it'll free kick to the Hornets. Payne spots up a teammate there on the outer side at left half forward. So can the Hornets get one back here? Short pass there to Corey Lyons. Lyons just finds his teammate all alone in James Ives. He's in a difficult spot. I don't know why they perhaps should have gone a little more direct. But James Ives has done really well with hitting targets around the ground this afternoon in the midfield. He's had 14 touches, 6 kicks and 8 handballs. Let's see how he goes with his goal scoring. Right foot kick on the way. It drifts a little bit. Fly there. And a mark taken there by Matt Hamilman in the number 11 Guernsey. And he plays on, kicks a goal. And the margin's back out to 8 points. That's in the car park. That won't come back for a week. So he's got back-to-back goals now. He's got, 2 goals now. He's got 20 for the year. And it's Aspley Hornets, 8-6-54, leading Sandringham, 7-4-46, 17.5 minutes gone. VFL football. So back out now to 8 points. We're starting to see a few more goals coming now, 4-2. And we'll do a quick around the grounds in the VFL as it's half-time over at Windy Hill, and North Melbourne 5-5-35 lead Essendon 5-1-31. And for the purpose of, for those watching this coverage, and they'll watch the replay of their AFL teams. I won't be giving the AFL scores today. I know Carlton Hawthorn are playing today. So all those Carlton Hawthorn supporters, you can catch up on that a little in your own manner, should you wish to. As Sandringham go up towards right half forward now. Good work on the outer side as they push the ball up to Wood. Wood might kick this. Out of bounds on the full. He kicked the point of the ball. He didn't kick the belly of it. Ill-directed. Out of bounds on the full. So the Hornets, to the 18-minute mark, lead this one by 8 points. So we appreciate your company. This is the... Aside from what's happening at Windy Hill, out of all the games that are finished, this is the closest game on the weekend in the VFL. After Geelong started with a 57-point win over Coburg on Thursday night. Kick along the outer side. 3 Saints went up. Sorry, 3 Zebras went up. They're wearing the Saints colours. So anyway, right foot kick inside the forward 50. Over the top now. Here's a chance for the Zebras. Now it's a 2-on-1 in this contest. Lovely tackle
Did he have prior opportunity? Yes, he has. He's GAW and he's gone. That's out of here. And a free kick will go to Liam Dawson. Been quite influential across half-back, centre half-back here for the Hornets. He plays on now. Takes on his opponent. Right foot kick along the boundary line. Was there a nudge there from Pepin? Comes out now to Sandy. Hipwell goes inside the forward 50. Handball over the top now to Eagles. Eagles, he's crunched. Pickpocketed there. Nicely. And it'll be a free kick for holding the ball. And Headley Smith will have the free kick while his teammate there and Dara Joyce is slow to his feet. And it's going to be a 50-metre penalty too. I think, is it? Yes, it is. So Dara Joyce will go onto the goal line. So free kick and a 50-metre penalty. 20 and a half minutes gone here in this term. There should be no doubt about this as he's slow to recover, but this will be just the tonic that he needs. You feel a little bit of pain, but it tends to go away a bit after you kick a goal. And it's back now to 2 points in a free-flowing, great third quarter. And Dara Joyce becomes the sixth goal kicker on the board there for Sandy. They're 8-4-52 trailing the Hornets, 8-6-54. We're nearly 21 minutes gone here. Third term VFL football. First quarter went for 30 and a half minutes. The second quarter went for 30 minutes. First quarter saw 5 goals kicked. And the second quarter saw 4, but we've seen 7 kicked in this term. So we'll watch with interest to see where there's a bit more time on here, although we did see quite a few stoppages in the first half that drew out the longer quarters. VFL football, Graham Road. Home of the Hornets here. Bastanak, a former North Melbourne Kangaroo, now gets on his favoured left foot kick inside the forward 50. Big contest players went to ground there. And Oscar Claverino takes a strong mark. Switch it across the outer side to Seaton. Mitch Riordan. Kick up towards Guy Locke. So he takes a good mark, full tilt on the burst. This will be his second kick from general play today. This is his actual first kick between the arcs. Big fly on the outer side. I think that was from Wood. Brought the ball to ground now. Hornets with plenty at ground level. Handball there from Will Gowers. You kicked an incredible goal earlier on. Kick up towards left half forward. Good defensive work there from the Zebras, and we'll see a ball up between wing and half forward on the outer side. And we're 22 and a half minutes gone. It's Aspley 8-6-54 leading Sandringham 8-4-52 in the match of the round in terms of closeness here. And it's a match that we are absolutely thrilled to bring to you live here. Left foot kick around the body there from Jack McHale. He started really strongly, Jack. He's had his moments since then. Dangerous kick back up towards the middle of the ground now. The Zebras are quick to pounce. Handball there under pressure there was Jack Rolls, and a free kick for a hold. So the hold was on for a little bit too longer after the disposal. So Jack Rolls here, spears the ball. Another dangerous kick. Would have learnt the first time. It's not going to happen now. Kick there from Joyce, or handball there from Joyce up towards the top of the square, and that kick came off the boot there of Oscar Lewis, who for mine has just been a genuine, good, hard worker for Sandy today in the number 74 Guernsey. I'll just get his stats as well while we have an opportunity. Won't have time. Oscar Lewis has got 9 touches on the board today, but he's made them count. Bastanak. Handball ricochets out now to Tom Jeffrey, and up and under kick it, or make it rain. We'd love a bit of rain, but not today. Hornets a kick around the body, looking for Hunter. Well, he wasn't looking for him, but he was the man that went up. Kick off a step there from Corey Lyons, up towards half forward, finds his teammate on the full tilt. That's a lovely work here by Connor Stackelberg. Plenty of players flooding back now. Good spoil. Come there from Claverino. Ball goes deep inside the forward 50 here. And a free kick will go to the Sandy. So we're 24 and a half minutes gone here. Third term VFL football here. And it's the home side leading this one by 2 points. 8-6-54 to 8-4-52. My name's Chris. It's been a pleasure being your company flying solo this afternoon. Kick along the boundary line and a lovely spoil executed there by Dale. Just repeating the score from the earlier game today here in the QAFL. In the Colts, it was Aspley 22-13, 145 defeating Jindalee 4-2-26. Aspley 6-0 to start the home and away season here in the Colts competition. Good arm wrestle there between John Freeman and Hunter. Comes out here nicely. Spin it before he had it. Was hit well. Kick inside the forward 50. Sandy with some numbers here. Belted towards the boundary line. Can they keep it in? Pepin. Handball's back over the top now. Ivers. Just a dribbling kick. A bypass. Half a dozen of them. That's why we love this game. The unpredictability of the bounce. And we'll see a ball up. No, it's going to be holding the ball. And it'll be free kick to Sandy at almost centre half back, but close to the right half back. Nearly 26 minutes gone here. It's 8-6-54 Aspley to Sandy 8-4-52. So as repeating before, hang on, we're not going to repeat that yet. That is an old mung. That is nothing to write home about, but it happens. Free kick will go to Matt Payne. Payne kicked a remarkable goal from the boundary line in this quarter. Enjoyed his game in parts. The first two quarters went over 30 minutes each. Big kick inside the forward 50, and a mark's been paid, and that'll go to John Freeman. And John Freeman, we've spoken about him during the games. He's taken a handful of marks around this commentary wing. But if he can do that further deep, he's going to be really hard to stop. So the sort of mark that he's taken there has not been out of character. That's been pretty stock standard from what he's been able to deliver. So Johnny Freeman, he would love a goal here. He's already got one on the board in season 2021. And it will need to be maybe a little bit of right to left action about it. It's going to hold its line and hit the top of the post. It was looking good for the most part at the 27-minute mark. So back to 3 points, 8-7-55 Aspley to 8-4-52 as the Zebras, big kick out of here, off hands there from Malabakis, comes out towards the boundary line and Hipwell gets a little bit frustrated there. Sorry, Luke Delmau gets a bit frustrated. A missed opportunity there for the Zebras to get a clearing disposal across half back. So Guy Locke got the job ahead of him there with Tom Templeton. Tom Templeton started with really strongly, but he's drifted out of the game for the Hornets and the number 22 Guernsey. I love the work here from Guy Locke. He only had a handful of kicks, but it's what he's done with them has been impressive. Luke Dunstan has been completely shut out of the game. I don't know if there's anything that sort of happened there as Bastanak goes to ground. Loved his game today. What's happening there? So free kick off the ball. James Ives. There's Dunstan there on ground. So Dunstan's he's got 16 touches. Luke Dunstan has not had a touch in this quarter. He had 11 in the first quarter. Been very quiet since. Inside the forward 50. Comes out of bounds. We'll see a boundary throw in right forward pocket. And it's Aspley 8-7-55 to Sandy 8-4-52. 29 minutes gone here. Third quarter VFL football. And we've got the great man Cam Black behind us. If the Boundaries are doing a great job today, it's because he's been coaching them to perfection. Rucks go up, and we'll see a ball up. But love the work from the trio here this afternoon. Tough conditions for the boundaries today, particularly on this side of the ground as the breeze has pushed more in our general direction. Comes out now to Bastanak. He's wrapped up straight away there by Nick Copfield, and we'll see a ball up. Mason Wood, the leading disposal getter for the Sandy with 17 touches. Lukey Dunstan, 16. None in this quarter. 11 in the first quarter. That was when he was going hard, they were almost unstoppable. Spinning him over in the tackle. We'll see a ball up 55 metres out from the goal for the Hornets. 4 goals to 3 for the quarter. So we've seen a 7-goal quarter. Bastanak weaves his way out of traffic. Handball back up there. Good spoil. Magnificent. Tremendous work there. Putting his body over the ball was Jack Warren. The 1%ers that the coaches love. That's the second spoil we've seen for the game proper today. Both sides are 1 apiece. Aspley, for all their good work, have not hit the scoreboard like they would have intended to in this stage of the game. Hacked out of there, looking for Chris Carey. He's tied up straight away there by Aaron Wosley Black. I think if you need a villain today, Aaron Wosley Black has made very few friends this afternoon, and that's in a good way as well. Love the way he's gone at the ball. Love the way Luke Delmau has gone at the ball there too. And it goes out of bounds. So we're ticking on nearly 31 minutes gone here. Third term VFL football at Graham Road. And it's the Hornets, 8-7-55 lead. Sandringham, 8-4-52. It was 12 points to spread at 21-minute mark of the second term. Holding the ball, free kick. And Tom Jeffrey, the debutant. How's his game been today? I think he's done some very good things, and just those little 1%ers there with the tackles against the biggest player on the ground. Absolutely impressive. Comes out now, Pepin. Left foot kick around the body out to Paul Hunter. Comes out now to Guy Locke. Out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Sandy at right half forward for the Hornets. This man loves it, Matty Payne. If he was 10 minutes closer, you'd back him. Right foot kick. He goes to the top of the square. Gives it a roost. Good mark taken by Sandy. I think that's Mason Wood. Leading disposal winner on the ground for the Zebras. That was not the target he was hoping for, but it works. He was not going for that, but Dara Joyce. That was the plan all along, though. As Dara Joyce recovered from that heavy knock. Kick up towards the commentary wing, almost taken here. And we'll see a boundary throw in. We're sitting right on top of this. Here on the commentary wing. Part of VFL football coverage here. Saturday afternoon football here at Graham Road. Ball brought to ground there from Ives as the Hornets head up. Good, courageous mark there from Pepin. The Noosa product bombs the ball long inside the forward 50. Who's there at ground level? Great defensive tackle there from the Zebras. And we'll see a ball up. We've ticked on 33 minutes. So there goes your theory of 100 minutes of football, because we've nearly played that. Stackelberg, it was touched off the boot, goes out of bounds. Boundary throw in left forward pocket. The Zebras the Hornets have dominated in this quarter. The ball's been locked in there for the most part, but they just have not capitalised. Boundary throw in now. Paul Hunter. Oh, blindsider was the umpire, so hence the play on call. Comes out now to the Hornets. They've got a few players out wide. Good testing work here by Sandy. Wood, he's stripped of it. Tackle there on Oscar Clavarino for the Zebras, and we'll see a ball up 20 metres out from goal. Can the Zebras hold on here? It's 8-7-55 to 8-4-52. 3 points the margin in favour of the Hornets, who trailed at half-time by 4 points, 4-5-29 to 5-3-33. Seen a player slow to his feet. There he's coming off the ground. The Hornets would love a goal. And Sandy would love to go coast to coast because there's probably still time. Coming off the ground. Not too sure who that is off the bat here as Sandy's tackled the ground there. So coming off the ground there is Corey Lyons. Coming up for a spell. That will now see James Ives come onto the ground. Hacked out of there by Sandy. It was a old-fashioned barrel that was caught in the wind. That gives you an idea of what conditions we'll see in the final term as Payne drills it inside the forward 50 over the head there. And in fact, a free kick. And so they'll have a shot at goal. I'm going to take a stab and say that might be Stackelberg. So Aspley with a shot after the siren. That'll either be Hammelman or Stackelberg. But this would be a dart through the heart here of the Zebras and give Aspley a bit more confidence heading into the three-quarter time break. Right foot kick on its way and a bit of an anticlimax, and that's a minor score. So it's three-quarter time here at Graham Road. My name's Chris. It's a pleasure being in your company. It's the home side, 8-8-56, leading Sandringham 8-4-52. It's 4 points of margin at half-time, and it is 4 points of margin here at three-quarter time. My name's Chris. We'll be back with you shortly.
Hello and welcome back to Graham Road here at Aspley, and it is the home side, 8-8-56 leading Sandringham, 8-4-52. Let's give you a look at what will happen, who these two teams will face next week. We've got Werribee that will be taking on Sandringham on the road at the Avalon Airport from 1 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. And Aspley take on a hard-hit Gold Coast Suns at Metricon Stadium from 1:30 p.m. That will be a really, really good game of footy, that one there, because both teams are, well, the Suns are coming off a disappointing loss last night to the tune of 83 points to the Sharks. And Werribee, as for their state of play, they take on the Northern Bullants, which you probably expect. And I expect that to happen tomorrow. That will launch them into the, or should launch them maybe as high as, could be up again over the Boxhill Hawks. They could be around sort of 7th or 8th position following that win. So it'll be a tough task, but Sandringham has certainly got the skills and capabilities, regardless of what happens today. It'll certainly be a big game. Other games going on. It's early stages of the third quarter, and North Melbourne over Essendon, 5-6-36 to 5-1-31. That's the VFL action. Early results from the earlier games today. We had the Giants 11-9-75 to 9-12-66, 9-point winners over there. Brown and Pollock with 3 goals each to lead the way, and Richmond was just too good for the Brisbane Lions at the Gabba by the tune of 10 goals as we get ready to restart proceedings here. VFL football, how good is it here in Queensland? Been quite remarkable. Handball dished out there. Was in the form of Jack Rolls. Kick up towards half forward. Woods couldn't quite take the mark there. Chance here for the Dragons. Lovely tackle. We'll see a ball up. So it was a good tackle there from Matt Payne, who has thrived at both ends of the ground for mine. And one of their better performers is Guy Locke. He's stripped up. Just got a kick away inside the forward 50. Plenty of Hornets around this one. A cheeky toe poke. And that came off the boot there from Cody Hennis. That's a minor score. So they've got the start they want. And we're inside the opening minute. So it's cut the margin back to 3 points. It's been a tight one. 56 to 53 in favour of the home side. Dangerous kick conceding ground there. That was Jordan Arnold. And that I think the umpires paid the downfield. So given that the advantage was further back up the play here, he did concede ground, but the incident took place. It's got to go back to the advantage that will suit the kicker. So James Eyes will have the ball. Across right half back here for the Hornets. It's a dangerous kick for Bastanak, but he's able to stand up to the task. So Bastanak is going for disposal number 28 today to lead everyone in the match as the ball comes up here towards the commentary ring. Ball hits the deck there at ground level. There was Jack Rolls. And the ball's just bobbled out there from Sandy. Here's an opportunity now. The ball was knocked out in the tackle. Guy Locke, he's taken the ground, but he didn't have disposal of the ball and he was dumped to the ground. Umpire in perfect position, and Matt Eagles puts his hands up and goes, really? Yes, Matt, really now as Guy Locke gets on his bike, a right foot mung. It might suit them here. Dunstan, he's been quiet since half time, but that would be the one that counts, and he kicks a beautiful goal on the opposite foot. Eagles is still pleading his case behind the play, but that was the right decision, and Dunstan makes the most of it. That's goal number 3. That was quite an impressive effort at the 2.5-minute mark of this term, and they're back in front. 9-5-59 to 8-8-56. Eagles still playing his case. Not happy with that one there, but the Guy Locke barely took possession of the ball and he was dumped into the ground. That set up Dunstan. He's starting to get his hands on the ball. He's kicked 3 straight today, Luke.
He started off the game with great promise. He kicked the opening goal of the game. We are on Dunstan watch because if he can really stand up, just want to see him back in the ones. I'm not a St Kilda supporter, but he's such a good player. Speaking of good players, Bastanak finds a teammate. Right foot kick inside the forward 50. Big fly here. Front position and jukes out at full tilt. There is Johnny Freeman, who's taken about 3 or 4 contested marks this afternoon. He's been the best player in that stat all day. Right foot Mung. That was a daisy cutter. That didn't go 15. Kick around the body from Rolls, and he turns the ball over. Marking the last line of defence there. I think that might have been from Nick Caulfield out to Dunstan. That was actually Oscar Calavarino. Big good day to all the friends and family of Oscar Clavarino who'll be watching today. Press today. He gets another disposal, looking for Ben Long. And it goes out of bounds. Boundary throw in, right half forward. And that will be in Aspley's attacking zone. It's Sandringham with the goal off the boot there from Luke Dunstan before. They lead this one 9-5-59 to 8-8-56. 4.5 minutes gone. Fourth quarter action. And stick around next week. We've got plenty of great games. 2 big games on the Gold Coast. There'll be Gold Coast hosting Aspley, and Southport at the same time will be hosting. They'll be hosting the Northern Bull Ants. Anyway, ball on the outer side now. Sandringham have got Werribee next week, and I think they played well to put the challenge up to them. Big kick up towards half forward. Can't get past the man Mountain. He's done a great job all day. Liam Dawson switches across the outer side. Finds Payne across half-back. More of his traditional role this afternoon. But remembering, he did kick a crucial goal in the third quarter. He's told to get on his bike and go. 3 points to the margin here. Kick along the boundary line. Comes off hands there from Ivers. Long ducks his head now. Handball back up to the corridor to Nick Caulfield. He's got something locked out of the corner of his eye. Legs to go a little bit longer on his favoured left. Good positioning. Oh, Mason Wood. Pirouette. And he takes a mark, and he'll go back and have a shot at his second goal this afternoon. Now Mason Wood has done most of his damage further up the ground, but when he's gone forward, he's done quite well. He's kicked 1 goal, 1 on the board today. 21 touches, 8 marks. But that's been the pick of the bunch as Mason Wood here. Left foot kick on its way. It fades left and misses. So 1 goal, 2 to Mason Wood this afternoon. Add to a 4-point lead. 6.5 minutes gone here. Game high margin of 4 points. Sorry, at 12 points for Sandy, and Aspley held an 11-point lead as well. So free kick it here at half-back. Dunstan, dangerous kick. You give him half a chance and he'll make the most of it, but that was probably the most ineffective of his disposals all day. Set up Dawson, who switches across on the outer side. Hornets trying to work their way out of it. It was Corey Lyons, found a teammate, but handball back up now to Templeton. Going back in board now, that's a Hayden. Hayden, right foot kick, spearing kick. And he finds his man Stackelberg. And he has been sharp today. He's got 3 on the board. And he's dead in front. He'll have to pull the trigger from about 51, 52, kicking into whatever a subtle breeze there is. But this would put them back in front at the 7.5 minute mark of the final term. So Stackelberg, it's going home. It's a goal. Write it down. It's a goal. And the margin swings back now to Aspley. 2 points to spread. 8 minutes gone. And Stackelberg mounting a good case for being one of the better performers in his team. And the impressive thing with Connor today is as the margin goes back out to 2 points, is he kicked 4 goals today, and they've all been from set shots, and he's kicked 4 straight. So that says something about when you find him in space, you find him on the lead, he will not let you down. And he's kicked 4 goals today. He's got 13 for the year. And it's back out now to a 2-point lead. I think it's the 8th or 9th lead change for this game. So we have got the big one. 16th versus 17th. It doesn't matter. We have got a real tight, intense game of VFL football here in southeast Queensland. Mixture of AFL talent across both sides. Ball brought to ground there by Hunter. Hornets try and work their way out of it now. Hunter will need to go to ground. Soccer's off the ground. That's good. He got 20 to 30 metres out of that one. They've got some free-flowing efforts there as Mason Wood. An up and under kick. Ball comes to ground there. That was Jackson Ross. Ball at ground level momentarily. It's wrapped up. And we'll see a ball up 40 metres out from Sandringham's goal. So Alabakis has been in fine form today when he's been on the ground there in the ruck. Just got the handball out. The Hornets with some numbers. Short pass out there to Tommy Jeffrey, the debutant. I've pumped him up enough times, I should get his stats at some point. Goes out of bounds on the full. So Tommy Jeffrey, 7 touches on the board today. It's his first error, so we'll give him some slack on that one. It's Aspley 9862 to Sandringham 9660. Nearly 10 minutes gone here. Final term VFL Round 6 football out to Dunstan here at left half back in front of Templeton. Dunstan. There's not much movement happening further at the ground, so he's just got to go long. No one was willing to run to space. Wood would probably be the would-be target. It has to be said as the ball goes out of bounds. Boundary throw in. Right half forward for the Zebras. We're looking to try and arrest the lead back. They led by 4 points at halftime. They led by 5 points at quarter time, 4 points at halftime, trailed by 4 at halftime, 3/4 time. So boundary throw just a little bit short. Here's a chance for Dunstan. Dunstan inside the forward 50. Comes off hands there. Belted out there by Locke. Alabakis will be the first one there for Sandy. But he's not going to get anywhere near it with Jai Fitzpatrick finding a teammate under pressure. Great defensive work here from Sandringham. That was so good that saw the error go out of bounds on the full. It'll be a free kick at right half forward. Up and under kick there from Hunter. Big fly there from Wood. Ball hits the ground. Comes out now to Jordan Hayden. Comes out now to Aspley on the back pocket. Squeezes the kick out and hits Will Pepin. So Pepin here at right half back. In front of his opponent there in Claverino. Switches across the outer side. That was very good. Finds his teammate there in Matt Payne, who takes a bounce, takes the game on there in front of Hipwell. Brings the ball back in through the corridor now to Jack Rolls. Not the ideal kick as Hipwell picks it up. He's got a trusty left foot. Elects to go by hands there for Sandy. Kick around the body there from Dara Joyce. Back up towards centre half forward. Eagles, did he just get the handball away? Yes, he did. Aspley with some numbers, but Sandy with the pressure. Too hot to handle there with the handball there as Jack Rolls. But Eagles dishes it out now. Off to Hayden. Hayden up and under, kick up towards the commentary wing. Opportunity now for Bastanak. Probably best on for mine and maybe those watching at home. What do you think? Ball comes out now. Handball over the top there from Templeton. Ill direct with the pass. Comes out now. Free kick hold. Play on advantage now. Kick up towards Dunstan. Dunstan. Left foot kick. Trying to draw his teammate Chris Carey into space. Carey now. 50 metres out from goal. Looking for Locke. Did he take the mark? No, but the recovery was great, and he kicks a great goal, and the Zebras are back in front. Wow. 12 and a half minutes gone here. Final term football, back to a 4-point gap, and Locke has done an outstanding job today. He's kicked 3 goals, 1. The recovery after going upstairs for a mark was able to bring it down and go on his opposite foot, kick it around the body nicely from 7 or 8 metres out from goal. And that shows the sort of game that he has he's had today. Very influential. Started off in the midfield. That's probably where he's played his best football this afternoon. But his recovery there when it counts just shows that at ground level he's very, very difficult to stop, and his awareness is tremendous. We can throw the superlatives. We've really enjoyed watching his game today. He's also got a handy goal assist as well to his name too. So he's kept the scoreboard ticking over to Sandy, 10-6-66 to Aspley, 9-8-62. Fourth quarter, VFL football. Chris is your host this afternoon. Kick hacked out of there up towards Hayden. Hayden now right foot kick. Over the head there of Stackelberg. As Warren, Jake Warren, kick around the body. Which way? A little bounce. It'll go through for a minor score. At the 14-minute mark, back to 3 points now. So this is tight in the clinches. Sandy now. Kick out towards half back. Finds Oscar Lewis. He's had about a dozen touches today. And like the way that he's presented, I'd be interested how his club sort of feels about his performance. Handball's back now to Tyson Milne. Corral towards the boundary line. But backs himself enough. Looking for Alabacus. Gets front position there. Hacked out of there. And it'll be a boundary throw in here between wing and half forward. As the sun starting to cast long shadows. Give us a chance to go around the grounds in the VFL. And Essendon, 7-2-44, lead North Melbourne. 6-6-42, 20 minutes gone. Third quarter over there. Looks like they've got a close 1-2 over at Windy Hill. Socket off the ground there from Dunstan. Being a Bombers man, I'm happy to see that sort of result. Oh, Wosley Gray Black, he's dispossessed. Right foot kick, pulls the trigger, and it goes through for rush behind. 15 minutes gone. So back to 4 points. Sandy, 10-7-67 to Aspley, 9-9-63. So we've seen quarter lengths of 35, 30 and a half, and 30. So a 50-metre penalty on the outer side. Or to go to Matt Eagles. And he's got Hamilman and Stackelberg. Also, Ivers is pushed deep as well. So if he just bombs the ball along, which is what he's going to do, he's got plenty of tall timber that can take contested marks. Almost taken there by John Freeman. That's the first one he's dropped all day. But it was able to favour and fall to ground, bounce there, and it goes through for a minor score. So minor score. Back now to 3 points. Again, so they're itching closer. 9-10-64 to Sandy, 10-7-67. So Aspley closed the gap to 3 points. It's been quite an even game. I just feel in whole, without paying too much attention to the possession count, I think that Sandy have just had a little bit more control and poise. And they've, well, I'm not going to say another single word now because Connor Stackelberg intercepts the mark. He goes along. Freeman, yeah, you don't make the same mistake twice, Freeman. And he'll go back and put them in front. Johnny Freeman's already got one on the board today. Dropped that contested mark before. I don't think anyone else on the ground would have been able to take it, mind you. But uncharacteristic from him because he'd taken tougher. But that time there, going back with the flight of the ball, judged it well. And he'll kick this one, another shot. Probably 17 metres out. Slightest of angles. You never know at this ground. The wind sort of picks up and might just sneak inside the post. It gets the job done. And we've got, I think, about our 10th lead change here at the 17-minute mark. Back to 3 points. So Johnny Freeman, second goal on the board this afternoon. Second goal on the board for season 2021. And I've loved the fact that he's playing a lot deeper here in this term. We've seen here that they've got some good targets there. They've got Stackelberg, Hamilman, and Freeman. All can take strong contested marks. And if you want something else out there, you can drop Jamie Ivers down there as well. So if you pump the ball along, that can be a pretty formidable force. So they're starting to build something, Aspley. They've got the makings of something to keep building on. But Sandringham have had a little bit more experience and confidence with the way they've played this afternoon. But I did say that before, and they turned the ball over and resulted in a goal and lost the lead. So you don't get it right all the time. Paul Hunter, he's been absolutely remarkable today. Hacked out of there by Aspley, up towards centre half forward, running and hitting the ball at full tilt was Tom Templeton. Oh, sorry, no, that was the young gun there, and Tommy Jeffrey, the debutant, trying to just get some disposals off him. Beautiful tackle laid there. I think that was Oscar Clavarino. We'll see a ball up about 20 metres out from goal. From Aspley's attacking zone. They lead this one by 3. 10-10 to 10-7. 70 to 67. Dancing on a dollar there was James Ive. Curls it around the body. Comes off hands. This will be a goal. Surely. Yes! Back-to-back goals. And that comes off Jake Warren. And he's kicked one there. He was there in the right spot at the right time, and he delivers in the right moment because it's put it out to a 9-point lead at the 19-minute mark here of the final term. It's the Aspley Hornets, 11-10-76 to 10-7-67. And Warren, a bit quiet today, but when he's got the near the ball, he's certainly stood up and made it count. And we're just looking to see how many touches he's had today. He's kicked 1 goal, 2. He's had 5 kicks and he's laid 5 tackles. So that's what you want from your small forward. The ball hits the ground, you want them to either try and knock the ball out, get a handball out, or lay the tackle and bottle it up. And that's been the key to his game today. So 60% of his disposal count has resulted in scores. Now you can read that any way you like. He's had 5 kicks, he's had 3 shots on goal. We mentioned earlier today, Locke had 3 kicks in the first half for 2 goals, 1. But he was quite highly influential now. Comes out now to Mason Wood. Speaking of highly influential, he's played a pretty good game. And that was a hold every day of the week. It'll go to Sandy. So it's 11-10-76, 10-7-67. And Sandy will have a shot at goal. And Chris Carey, who's kicked 2 goals in season 2021, eyeing off his 3rd. Right to left might be the way of the lay of the land, and he can most definitely make the distance. I'm not going to put my house on it, but I back him in. He's a likely type. Right footer. It's going. It's a goal. It's a goal. Magnificent, and cuts the margin back to 3 points. So 21 points, so 21 minutes gone here in this final term, back to 3 points. And Chris Carey, 3rd goal of the season, started off at centre half forward, but his opponent there just, he was overawed by the occasion, the long ball coming in, and the umpire was in perfect position. If the umpire was running on the other third of the ground, he probably wouldn't have seen the hold, but he had clear view of that one, and hence why he was able to get that shot, and that was as good a kick as you would have seen from a player all day. Even better than Lukey Dunstan's right foot kick from 40 metres out off a standing start. But he's of an AFL talent. Probably expect that on the opposite foot. Just sometimes now. Umpire Sammy Wheaton goes bang. Drops the ball to ground. Now comes out now to Dunstan, the man I was just discussing about a few moments ago. Handball dished out now to Wood. Mason Wood up towards left half forward, looking for his teammate on the outer side. That's in the form of Smith. He sees it out of bounds. Along there with Matty Payne. I've enjoyed his game today, Matt Payne. I think I've said that on a number of occasions. But that goal that he kicked in the 3rd term, which I've also said on a number of occasions, I think that was the spark that sort of brought his team back into it, because they were able to hit the front. They hit the front for the first time since early through the first quarter, and that's just given that psychological advantage now as Mason Wood just pumps the ball back inside the forward 50. Alabacus couldn't quite take the mark there. At ground level, he does this all day, every day, and Sandy are back in front, and that's come off the boot there of Jackson Ross, who's had a pretty quiet game today, but he stood up when it counts at the 23-minute mark of the final term. And I think that's the dozen lead change we've had today. It's Sandy 12-7, 79. to 11-10, 76, 23 minutes gone as Tommy Jeffrey comes onto the ground. He had a big day for all his friends and family. Now let's just look at the impact that we've had there of Ross. 8 touches today, 5 kicks, 3 handballs. But that was the 5th kick. That was the one that mattered most because it put his team in front. Back-to-back goals. 4 goals to 3 in favour of the Zebras in this final term. Comes out now. Good running there. I think that might have been from Lyons. Deep inside the forward 50. Good defensive pressure. Didn't go the 15. He was told to get on his bike and go. Pepin. Left foot kick there from Templeton. Oh! Stackelberg and Seaton went toe-to-toe there. Comes out now. Bastanaki stripped of it there as Willie Gowers lays a good tackle. Sandy under siege, but it's something they have experienced on a number of occasions and cleared out successfully. But Aspley starting to build that wall. They've got a couple just peeling off around the arc. So it'll leave the job to do for Sandy in their attempt to clear it as Mason Woody stripped of it there. Kick smothered there on Dunstan. Just a big, long, booming kick there. Needed there by Sandy on the outer side. And that was a high tackle. So a free kick will go to the Hornets. 24 and a half minutes gone here. Final term football. It's 12-7, 79 to Sandy. Lead by 3 points over Aspley. Big fly. 30 metres out from goal. Pack forms again. And Hamilman, I think, might have laid that one, or Willie Gowers. Willie Gowers kicked a tremendous goal in the third quarter as well. I've seen a few of them today. Like Guy Locks earlier on in this term, it was sensational. Mason Wood finds a teammate off a step, kick off, belted forward there by Eagles, but he finds I wouldn't say a nest of zebras because that just philosophically, logistically wouldn't make sense. Free kick for a hold, umpire in good position, so they'll go back up. So I think it's Jackson Ross now with the ball. Kicked a great goal before. Had limited touches. Jackson Ross here for Sandy. Finds a teammate. Loops it back over the top. Finds Seaton. Seaton on the run. Seaton pumps the ball long. Who's going to fly? Who's going to stay down? Who's going to belt it through for a rush behind? And that's another one for them today. So 26 minutes gone. Plus 4 points the margin now. Seen 7 goals for the quarter, so we are expecting this one to go 32, 33 minutes at least. So we've still got about 10 minutes left to go, I think. And Tidwell is awarded with a free kick for in the back. So a kick inside the forward 50 now. Good strong mark taken there. I think that's from the general there, Liam Dawson. He has done that all day. One of the best for mine. Best in defence across both sides. Kick back up to the corridor to Templeton. He's told to play on now. Off a step. Settling it down now. Finds Jordan Arnold. Still 4 points the margin now. 80 to 76. They've just got to stop going along the wings. They've got a chance here now through Ives. Uses the extra support here. There from Jordan Hayden. Here's a chance here for Pepin. A long looping handball. Will they go back to him? Goes on his left foot. Ricochets back. Pepin still in here. Pepin around the body. This is a big moment. Good spoil. Good defensive spoil. Kick around the body. Will it bounce? Wood. That's a goal. Out of this world. Insane. That is a goal. To James Ives. Great follow-up work. That's why you love football, because you've got no idea where the pill's going to bounce. Neither did Mason Wood. Neither did the several thousand in attendance today and those watching at home. We've got no idea. We just appreciate its beauty. 27 and a half minutes gone. And we've got, I think, the 13th lead change today. Plus 2 the margin now. Aspley Hornets 12-10-82 to Sandy 12-8-80. 28 minutes gone. Just repeating the quarter lengths. The first one went for 30. The second one went for 30 and a half. We had a 9-goal first half. And in the third quarter, we had 7 goals kicked and it went for 35 minutes. In this quarter, we have had 8, so maybe we're thinking 35 plus, because there's been a few stoppages along the way, which means hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. We might have another grandstand finish on the board today. And that's what we like, Saturday afternoon football. It's great being able to come to a game and just think, I've got no idea what's going to happen. We've got 2 sides who are equally matched on the ladder. I did say before the start of the game, the difference between their attack and their defence is minus 22 for both sides. I said maybe a draw's on the horizon. Then not going to happen, but we're getting close to the mark as Alabacus had his back to the play. Umpire said play on now. Here's a chance here for Sandy, just curling the ball out to Locke. Knocked out there from Ross, taken high. Free kick will go to Sandy. About 45 metres out from goal. And he gets on his bike, he plays on, finds something he likes, and I think that's Mason Wood again. And Wood has kicked 1 goal, 2 on the board this afternoon. This to put them back in front. You've seen so many lead changes in this quarter alone, let alone the game. And history says Wood's going to kick this goal. And he does kick it. So they're back in front, 4 points the margin. And I'm not going to lie, as we hit the 29.5-minute mark, the work that our goal umpires do, you can tell the ball is going through for a goal shortly after the ball's left its boot, judging by their action. That's when you've got when the goal umpires are in fine form. You know that's you can predict it straight away, and that's a testament to the work that we've experienced with our coaches around the country. It just makes the game so much more special. But of course, don't forget, Wednesday night, on 26th of May, we've got a whole heap of training sessions throughout southeast Queensland. Check out the Queensland AFL for more. There's umpire for fun. We want to try and get to 400 here in southeast Queensland as part of the QAFL. Lovely work here from Long. Spins around, finds a teammate there in McHale. Inside the forward line. Good fly there from the general there in Dawson. Disses it up there. Eagles on the outer side. Under a bit of pressure now. And he's turned them all over. So I think that's found Chris Carey. Or is that Mitch Riordan? Who was, he had a report made for him, I guess, in the last quarter. Ball hits the deck. Right foot kick around the body. So Dalmau has missed. So 5 points of margin, 87-82, 31 minutes gone here in this final quarter. 8-goal quarter. Last one went for 35 and we had 7. Eagles and Wood. Wow. I would hate to think that if that Sandy get a point in the next minute or two, we've got what would probably be a fitting result for the game on the cards. As a footy fan, that's what you live for. You live for the close finishes, don't you? Kick inside the forward 50 there, almost taken there. Chance here for Sandy, and it's a goal out of nothing. So Cody Hennis back out now to 11-point margin. And that was something out of nothing that was extraordinary at the 32-minute mark. 11 points the margin. It's Sandringham 14-9-93 to 12-10-82. 32 points the margin. We're nowhere near the timekeeper's box, but still envisioning maybe 2-3 minutes left perhaps. But this is where it all matters. What a tremendous contest we have seen. The biggest margin that we've seen on 2 occasions was 12 points. Once at the 12-minute mark of the second quarter, once at the 21st minute mark of the second quarter, and then the Hornets got a run on. They have led by 11 points just once. So that has just been an insight on how close this one is. As rucks go up again, hacked out of there, and a mark taken across half-back. Jai Fitzpatrick finds his teammate on the burst there in Matty Payne. Matty Payne inside the forward 50 now. And a strong contested mark taken there by Matty Allison at right half back for Sandy. Finds a teammate there all alone there at half back. Kick around the body on the outer wing. One player went up and wanted it. So that'll be a mark. So a right foot kick inside the forward 50. Who's there at ground level? I know Pepin's the one to watch. Look out for him when the ball hits the deck. Comes out now to Sandy. Right foot kick around the body. That was good. That was every bit as good. Cody Hanness. And they're just going to look to slow it down. 33 and 3/4 minutes gone. Sandringham lead this one. 14-9-93 to 12-10-82. We've had a 9-goal quarter. Last quarter, 7 goals, 35 minutes. Every quarter's gone for 30 at least so far. Will Gowers up and under kick. That'll do it! Sandringham have pulled off a miraculous win and a quarter that went for 34 minutes. And what a finish that we've had. Let's go through the goal kickers. Sandringham 14-9-93 to the Aspley Hornets 12-10-82. What a game of Saturday afternoon football. We've got 3 goals to Guy Locke, 3 goals to Luke Dunstan, singles to Wood, Dara Joyce, Clara Verino, Jack McHale, Mitch Rawdon, Chris Carey and Cody Hanness. While for the Hornets, who were gallant in defeat, Connor Stackelberg with 4 straight, Matty Hamilman with 2, singles to Jack Rolls, Johnny Freeman, James Ives and Will Gowers. If I had to do a 3-2-1, I think that would just be that'd be too challenging, but you'd probably go you might have to go with Bastanak with 3, and enjoyed the work there of 2 to Liam Dawson and maybe 1 to Dunstan. But my name's Chris. It's been great being in your company. I'll have the pleasure of being in your company next week as we're over at Southport. We've got the big one there between Southport and the Northern Bullants. We'll look forward to being in your company then. Stick around. We've got plenty of great footy coming up on QAFL TV. We've actually got one big game coming up if you want to jump on QAFL TV. We've got the women's game between Maroochydore and Wilston Grange. Join the boys. We look forward to seeing you next week. Thanks for your company.
Thank you for your work today.
No, thank you, man. You survived the share and being belted at you at full tilt. I'm going to find out what we're going to do with these graphics.
Yeah, I don't know why this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll live chat to Alex from the work anyway.
Yeah,
I'll try and get it.
He's
Hey, mate, how you going? How you enjoying your stay?
Oh, mate, I'm tired.
Yeah, 3 games. How'd you go at the Gabba today?
Oh, God, our guys got smashed. 34-minute quarters, like, and I think, a bit of learning in terms of quality of equal footy to VFL.
Yeah.
It's definitely lifted, so.
So
But it's good.
is this a chance? You haven't seen the Queensland guys?
This is my first trip up.
Yeah.
So I think plans come up a couple of times throughout the year. So this one sort of worked really well in terms of
3 games.
yeah, like next week there's 3 games, but they're pretty much all on the same time.
Yeah,
slot.
that's right. There's one at Metricon and one at Southport.
And one at Moreton Bay.
Oh, yeah, that's on in the morning. Yeah, and you
So
can only see
they're-
one.
Yeah, so yeah, worked out times really nicely. Didn't get settled with this one, but to cover 7 umpires up here and my squad across.
Yeah. How often do you sort of stay in Melbourne?
Well, I'm full time there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good work today, guys.
Thanks,
Yeah.
mate.
Might see you at Southport on the weekend. Yeah.
No, I'm heading back to Melbourne.
Yeah, but how often do you sort of stay in Melbourne? Like, how many weeks do you come up here? And
Sorry.
do we go?
Yeah. Okay, so I was Sydney last weekend.
Yeah. Because every time I see photos, like, fucking bloody everywhere. Good on you, mate.
Yeah, so probably it'll be a couple of weeks now before I travel again. So
Yeah.
probably do it next month or so. In Melbourne, like mindful of the budget as well, like
Yeah.
and family.
Yeah. Well, it must be tough being away from home.
I'm not penalised, but that's it.
So that you said to the wife you're going away back-to-back weekends.
Yeah, that's it. And you well?
Yeah. In between jobs at the moment. So getting opportunity to do some VFL stuff this weekend is great. So I like the challenge of being able to come here. I haven't seen these two teams before, and
You've got to learn their names on the job.
yeah, and I do enjoy that challenge too. So that's why it was good last night, just to have that experience of getting an idea of the tempo. And but yeah, if I had to sort of be selfish, I'm sort of like at a point where I'm like, if I'm going to try and find a job now, if I'm in the process of finding a job, but when it comes to footy, I just want to call the best games that I can possibly call. So I've had the chance to call senior men's, and I've spent the last couple of years calling the senior women's and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's just so easy getting involved in footy, and I'll probably make a comeback to the field next week. So even though my better half's like, you're going to regret that. So I'm about 15 kilos heavier than my previous playing weight, so to speak. But I'm like, I'll just have an opportunity to make a little bit of money and just do a little bit of fitness. And I still love it. Like, chatting to James, I'm like, I see the guys out there. I can't, not to say I'm a good umpire or anything like that, but my fitness will delay me getting the right positions. But I get out there and I'm like, I see them, like, it's like a magnet. Are you like that as well? Like,
I must admit, watching at the Gabba today, I was like, geez, if there was ever an appointment to get up and about, like, you'd love to be out, 22 degrees, from a great venue. So I got a bit of itchy feet today.
Yeah.
Done a couple of games this year.
In the field or on the boundary?
No, boundary, because we've been short.
Oh, really? You've been running VFL?
No, women's.
Yeah.
God, no, never do VFL.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, we better go and...
I have to grab a photo.
Oh, yeah. I was going to send one to Michael.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll get him to put it on the riddle umpires.
Well, that's why I thought I'm going to see you today, because that's why I wear all the riddles.
That's brilliant, priceless.
You want to take a photo?
Oh, yeah, thanks, Joe.
Yeah, I'll get you one too.
In the ground, in the background, or you want the box?
Whatever. It's probably better with this because we'll get washed out.
Smart. Good one.
You take one on mine too, please.
You know what, experts.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. I love the call out on the I sent Michael a Snapchat of your photo. So not only have I seen Yengi, I've made the broadcast.
If I'm involved in more VFL games now, which is, I think Riley and I are sort of going to try and do that now.
Yeah.
Because the one thing I learned about, I had a chance to catch up with Jace Bennett, who does the VFL games.
Yeah.
And he sort of said, look, I want to try and do something, try and knock on a few doors. And it may not necessarily be AFL, but he's like, you've got 4 clubs there, just knock on the door and
Give it a pass.
So and to be honest, like when you're on the job hunt, I think you've been there before, you just 5 days a week you're like, okay, you're on the job hunt, but you put everything into your commentary. It's like that's the one thing you sort of look forward to. And there's been chances to call stuff from home. And Jess is like, you should just do, try and get paid for it. But I said, I just love getting out Saturday afternoon football and just being a part of it. I know for you it's taxing because you're travelling up and down, but I know you get this in the middle of winter. Good on you.
That's what I said to my wife this morning. I was walking around in 22 degrees and she's getting up in 3 degrees.
Sucks to be her, doesn't it? Good on you guys. See you next time.
I saw it and I've gone, geez, is that a 26-minute quarter?
There's 7 goals out of that one.
Yeah, right.
And there was 8 goals, no, 9 goals in that quarter. I thought it was going to go plus 33 something.
Yeah.
Guys, you're right. I really love that that hold over here. And I can't remember who it was, but they were running in the perfect position. They just had that right on view. They were like, if they had been on the other side, wouldn't have
Was
seen
that
it.
was that at the death there? The mark
Yeah,
the mark
so-
interference here?
Yeah, so he was running across there. Look, that was
Yeah.
a perfect.
He's a Victorian umpire,
Oh,
Martin Rogers. Yeah, no,
you
he's
guys
right.
are right.
Yeah, big stride on him.
Yeah.
Just a great. Gets all the power out of his running.
Nice.
Yeah, no, good.
I think still better, mate.
Yeah, he's spot on.
I'm in
Mate,
denial, but I still
Mate, they do. They're very good umpires. Both of
do
them.
you often get the mixed panel?
Look, we don't.
Yeah.
But when we get them, it's great to sort of get them into like mix them up with so Wedo ran with both of them.
Did they come up with the sandy board?
No, they just came up this morning.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not sure when the Sandy boys came up actually.
Yeah.